We are back. It's only been a week. Not like 2 weeks, but... yeah, we're back in Pillars. Last time we'd pretty much finished all the main quests we had in Neketaka, the large port city. We have a new friend. We have Maya, who's a ranger gunhawk, which is just cool. I just really like it. It's cool as hell. And yeah, now we're exploring the island, wandering about, kind of getting little things done. We have a few things to do on Pokokohara, which I think is kind of the main quest. We have to go back eventually to... we have to go to Dunnage, Sepulchres, and this eventually. Don't really care about that because I don't really care that much about the Royal Deadfire Company. At least not yet. We have a couple things to deliver with her. Sanctuary of Ukaiza. We should do that with Takeo. That's a high-level mission. And we have just some bounties. We have mapping the ports. We have another bounty. We have things in Hasango. We have a lot to do, but for right now, we're exploring the island. Yeah, Tikawara Observatory. Hasango's over there. Dunnage is over there. I think what we'll probably end up doing is explore the main island. Then head a bit more south. Map these islands for the guy. Probably hit up the Fort Deadlight because we have to. Maybe Dunnage, just kind of really stick in this area. For this exact moment, we are wandering the main island. Seeing what we can see. Finding what we can find. Let's go south to Webe or Tangaloa, which is a large... we have to attack her. I think that's a bounty. Yes, this is a burial mound. A tomb rises from the earth before you. Stone exterior is well wrought and decorated with reliefs of Tangaloa and Ngati. Likely houses the body of someone important to a local Juana tribe. I guess we'll search around. Sigil of Entropy Wardstone. Some jade. A rod, which is a weapon. Some peridot. Some more peridot. There we are. We're not really on a time limit, I think, so... we can afford to kind of, you know... take our time exploring Makoto's Canopy. What is this? Will this loop around, or is there something special? Makoto's Canopy. You're cutting your way through the dense, hilly jungles to the west of Neketaka. You stumble upon a small campsite. At first it merely appears abandoned. The 2 tents have collapsed. Then you see the bodies. 2 corpses, torn apart and mostly eaten, sprawl across the dark earth. Guess we'll search, wow, she has the best perception. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. She is like a ranger with guns. Campsite has been thoroughly destroyed. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. The tents lie crushed as if under some great foot. Kettle rests on its side, very nearly caved in. The fire's been stomped out. The bodies, what's left of them, bear the tattered remnants of the robes and holy symbols of the Dawn Stars. The trees to the south hunch, bent aside as if whatever caused this carnage came from and left by that direction. I guess we'll search for spirits. You focus your watcher abilities, opening yourself to the presence of any lingering essence. A vision tugs at you, dragging you forward like the rushing current of a flooded river. You see the creatures, nigh twice the height of a human, standing among the ruins of your campsite, eating the corpses of their fellows. Vines and moss hang from their amorphous, bark-covered forms. Lurkers. Oh, what the hell? We've seen these before, right? They're comprised of a colony of several different species of parasitic carnivorous plants and fungi, working together to hunt a common prey. As a whole, they stand nearly 10 foot tall in a vaguely anthropomorphic body, comprised of vines, leaves, roots, and earth. The coexistence of so many separate organisms makes them hardy and difficult to eradicate. Usually best to sever the parts that enable locomotion, or, should their victim possess fuel and lack finesse, simply light the entire colony on fire. While the means by which lurkers form remains something of a mystery, some speculate they come from that they form when certain species of flesh-eating plants come together on a common host, such as the hollowed-out victims of dank spores, that they achieve locomotion when sufficiently colonized. Interesting. This theory is supported by the fact that many lurkers contain bones and other remains riddled with roots and spores when cut open. Lurkers are notorious for hiding in plain sight, often waiting motionless amongst the trees and underbrush to ambush their prey. They appear to hold a rudimentary intelligence, or at least sophisticated enough to store food. It's not uncommon to see several unconscious victims tangled in the lurkers' vines to be saved for a later feeding. That's horrific. As we see that waves of anger and fear wash over us, anger and fear, but also faith in Anth's return. With a prayer on your lips, you fire arrows from your enchanted bow, each cold as sleet. You hear rushing down sound to your right and turn to face it. The vision ends abruptly. Guess we can search around a bit. A few hides, antlers, other trophies lie around the camp, which Maya approves of because resourcefulness. Got some fangs, antlers, and pelts. And some fresh foods in a small chest. Some sugar, milk, murkberries, water, eggs, pork, fresh fruit. Let's examine these tracks then, shall we? Adair's pretty good at it. Of course, we have the whole party helping him. Oh, we actually only barely got that, too. It was a DC 10, and we have 11 total with the party. Recognize large, uneven, roundish tracks are those of a lurker. Notice a wide groove down the center of the tracks. Seems the lurkers were dragging something heavy behind them when they left. Okay. Yeah, I want to use the lamp to help him out, Shodi. Head bowed, she sways her lantern for a long while in harvest, providing ample time for the missionary souls to accept the pull of the light. I guess we'll bury them. Lower them into the ground, into a hole that you've dug deep enough for enough for the remains. Which Adair and Shoti both liked because, you know, they're pious. We should follow the tracks. Let's avenge them. Or keep this creature from doing this again. Even though that's going to be pretty hard. Creatures seem to have put no effort into hiding their tracks, easily follow them deeper into the jungle. The path enters a clearing. You must almost walk into it without recognizing the danger. The edges of the foliage, you see numerous lurkers among a few bulbous, dank spores. The primordials remain almost entirely still, seeming no more threatening than the trees that surrounds them. Guess we could sneak a bit closer. Sneaky sneak. See what we can get going. We also have the ability to send out a distraction, but I don't know if that would have been the best option. We're going to try to fight this. Hopefully it's not too difficult. They apparently don't like fire, though, so Aloth's going to do wonderfully. Let's have this a quick save.
Watcher, I was wondering if I could run something by you.
Not the best time, but sure, what's on your mind?
Well, to put it simply, you are.
Oh my.
I've tried, but I can't get you out of my thoughts and dreams.
Oh?
Forgive my audacity. I know I've got no place to, but I care for you. More than I can rightly say.
Fingers trembling, she wiped her damp palms on her tunic.
I was wondering if you might return the sentiment.
I mean, we've been pretty obvious about it. Yeah. Tongue swept across her lips. Sucks her lush bottom lips between her teeth, puffing out a heated breath. How far is this gonna go?
Why would I believe, or hell even think, the Watcher himself could be interested in me? Wanted it desperately, yes, but hoped? I'm almost afraid to believe it. That you would want me just as much and fierce.
Shoti ducks her head, but it fails to hide the blush and the smile that spread across her face.
But darned if it doesn't make me so very, very happy.
The classic, tuck a strand of hair behind her ear. Easy, confident grin glides over her face, revealing her straight white teeth. There's the tip of her tongue over those pearly teeth. There's a real weird focus on mouth and teeth, which, I mean, I guess makes sense, considering the circumstance, but touching a canine thoughtfully before she slowly, careful, entangles her fingers with yours. Pupils bloom, she inhales her breath.
I'm gonna make you so glad you
Oh,
picked
my.
me, Watcher. You'll see.
Oh my. They smooching. They smooching. Yeah, you can read that if you wish. But long story short, yeah, because I feel like, I mean, should I read it all out? Guess it depends on how far it's gonna go. But yes, there's some smooching.
You taste like forgotten dreams. Like fate.
She pants, eyes opening a wash of awe. I mean, how can I not go with this option? Why don't we continue this discussion somewhere more private?
Watcher, I thought you might never ask.
Oh, tugs us forward by the hand.
There's so much I've longed to try and to see. Or to not see. Let me turn my lantern low. I want nothing but shadows between us.
Oh. Runs a hand through her mussed hair. Watches you hungrily, though she should be well sated.
That was
Oh
divine.
my.
Surely, Watcher, you are a blessing from gone.
So that happened. Well, well. I see, yeah, our reputation did go that far up, didn't it? And, yep. Our wife. I wonder if there's going to be any more of... Just save. These horrible jungle dangers are here. What do we do instead? We just go off into the woods and have a little, encounter. Priorities. You know what? Fair enough. How far can we get a fireball? Boom. Okay, that did... maybe not as much as I would like, but... She can fireball with her necklace. Take down where... Oh, Ashiza goes up next, I see. Concussive shot. Evasive roll. Wounding shot. Let's try that. Ooh, that's good damage. It's a crit, though, so I guess that makes sense.
You were saying?
Okay, Ashiza. I think we'll have the bird just fly over here for now. Don't want to get too far ahead. This is a cast, that's a cast. Yes. This thing can't move, though, can it? Maybe it can. I don't know. I don't think it can. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hold off on that, though. And maybe just rep sacred weapons.
Yes?
We're here. Do I start with Mind Blades, or do I want to save it up? Let's throw some Mind Blades out. Oh, there's a lot. There's more back there. I see. We're going to let them come to us. Hopefully. Yeah, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves.
Aye.
Well, Aloth, do you want to do another fireball? Actually, if they move up closer, we can really push that up. Hopefully they're not going to all go for Aloth. They definitely are. Of course, because, yeah, he's the one that revealed himself first, isn't he?
I missed the right. I went straight to the sick.
I have no idea what you just said.
That's not very helpful.
I don't know, I think it did pretty well. It was a graze, though, but most of them are grazes. Oh, they're very, very big and slow. Okay. Ow. Corrosive spit. Yeah, don't worry about stealth. I see. Oh, the bird got a kill. Hell yeah. Maybe fly a little bit that way,
What can I
though.
do you for?
Alright, Shodi. Let's have a little bit of that.
Arthic Worthen Roth.
Dare.
May I be a candle in the night.
Alright. I wonder what their little grasping vines, that's what that is.
Oh, this is most unpleasant.
They're really going for Aloth, aren't they? That's fine though.
Just like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the sword.
Can't get a clean hit.
Damn.
Not sure how I feel about this.
How may I help?
The scream. Well, we got pulled into the middle of everything, which that's a little unfortunate. Oh, if we do that, we can hit all of them. And of course, because since we're just out of... Oh, we got knocked on our ass.
I cannot whack him any harder.
Ooh, there's one kill. But, you know, we killed both of them. Okay? Good job, Aloth. Overwhelming firepower. Is that a puppy? I see I see a rogue puppy on the field. Is that ours or is that another one? I hope it's another one.
Gone darn it.
Why she shouldn't have abandoned casting it.
Arthic
There you go.
Worthen Roth.
What do you need?
Do it slightly closer then. Blinded, flanked, very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh, I see. So if we do this, then we can take down combo. So Maya would have a better time with that. If we get here, rolling flame, hit both of them. It hopefully won't hurt us, even though it looked like it might hurt us.
For the Ronganui.
The Ranganui. Okay then,
Might
shoot
as well be hitting the water.
that one then. Oh, dang, Spore died. That's helpful. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna get out of the way. Oh, we can't, we're immobilized. Very well.
Very well.
Oh, good.
Rolling flame. Ow. That was a hell of a punch. It's gonna try Spore Cloud.
Yes?
This thing's immune to... It said it was immune to the grasping vines, interestingly enough. Can I hit all three? Yes, I can. Yeah, it's immune. immune to its effects. That's always nice. Interrupt. Gotta love that. Good interrupt. Oh, jeez, that hurt. How much health did that thing have? That thing has a ton of health. It has as much health as Shodi. It's got more health than me and Aloth. The fuck?
For the homeland.
Okay, that's not bad. 26. She doesn't have any more of that fancy stuff. So instead, let's move a little here. Look down. Also, I think we glossed over. I can't believe we got the fucking romance option. I love it.
Yes.
Just like that.
Got Shodi romance. She's our favorite. We have said she's our wife. And now it's official. Hell yeah. I didn't think that was going to happen that quickly, but it escalated very quickly. Went from a confession to, let's go off in the forest to be alone. Very quickly. Yeah, you gotta work fast in this type of situation. You all could die at any time.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Do that again. Yes, Maya is going before this one is. Can we manage to get over there? I'd like to soul annihilate.
Oh, good.
Oof. Was that 72 damage?
Your orders?
Hell yeah. So you should... Yes, you do. A little extra damage. Thing is slow as shit.
Something I can do?
What can I do you for?
Okay. Move around this side and just help out. Actually, they have a lot of health, don't they? Oof. Alright, alright, alright.
Yes?
We're fine, we're fine. This is fine. Yeah, we'll do a normal. We'll do a normal Fan of Flames. It does pretty decent. Oh, that was a crit. That's why. That would be why. I was gonna say that thing's really good. I mean, it is an extra damage source though, so. You know, I'm curious. Does she have a thing that abilities? Bird companion. Gunner roll. I don't know if she has it. There is an ability that lets you
I've got this, Captain.
gives you extra damage when you are
Yeah.
when you're attacking the same target as your companion. Now he's bloodied. That's nice. Ow. Uh-oh. Ow. Ow. Stay away from me. Stay away from me, you bitch. Ishiza. I mean, again, it's good. I mean, it's critting, but still good damage. Might as well throw out all the spells. Now, Shodi, this should do a ton more damage. Yes. Very good. That's quite the cackle, isn't it?
For the wrong and Nui.
Catches me off guard every time.
That's not very helpful.
I think it was pretty helpful. It was enough to kill it. We're getting there. We're there. We're fine.
How may I help?
These uns are in for a walloping.
There you go. Can we even get over there? I think we might fucking kill Steel. To the rescue. Spores. Spores. Awakened roots. Yeah, we fought a bunch of lurkers in the first game, didn't we?
Pull that off.
Charmed dog. And a bow. A warbow. Doesn't a dare have a warbow as his ranged? Yeah. Frost Seeker. It's exceptional. Unfair for melee, yeah. Garland's Tears fires multiple projectiles at slightly reduced damage, but it has extra damage as freeze. And it does Garland's Rake, an AoE of freeze and slash damage at target location when you score crit. The Ranger Alice of the Blackwood acquired this bow from a vagabond mage after she and her weasel companion, Lisa, rescued the men from the captivity of Garland the Ice Troll. The mage used the troll's dying tears to infuse the bow with the power to shoot arrows of enchanted ice. From that day forth, Alice would never seen on patrol without the bow in her hand. Or bow in hand. I mean, if we ever have to have a dare at range, say, pretty nice bow. We prefer him at melee. But if he has to be. Charmed dog.
Happily.
Trixie. Oh, that's cute. We move faster. And we get better crits. Remind we have Evie. Oh yeah, resolve, resistance, resolve afflictions. Duration of resolve afflictions to our parties reduced. We're gonna keep
What can I do? At once.
Evie for now. I think that's it, yes. That was an adventure. Just wandering through the forest, fighting. I almost said trolls. They're not really trolls. They're lurkers. Just I don't know about sentient, but masses of carnivorous plants working together. Kind of like coral, but more fucked up. Organisms making a big bad. What's this? Oh, water. Water, cannon shot, which we don't need, but pick up. Nomu the Marauder. Terramunga. Is that a village or like a shrine? You notice a small pavilion containing a large weathered statue of stone, a little ways off the path. Appears to be a Juana shrine. Let's first search the surrounding area just to be safe. The statue and surrounding area is clean and maintained. Locals likely visit the shrine frequently to keep it that way. Look around but don't see anyone nearby. Guess we'll approach it and identify it. Shodi has the best bet of doing that. The statue bears the shape of a nude woman with the head of a monstrous fish. Portrays Ngati, the Juana's rendition of Andra. Inscription runs along the shrine's base. The surf smooths stones, but also crushes them into sand. We can meditate on our travails and rest, apparently. Seated at the shrine, you steady your breathing and allow your muscles to loosen. You organize your thoughts, setting them in order. When you stand, everything seems less perilous or more attainable. I don't know what that was about, but... yeah, I don't know. We had a nice little moment there. Who's Nomu the Marauder? Almost said Wanderer. I mean, a Marauder is a Wanderer, but Marauder implies malice, I guess. Probably going to be a fight. Oh, yes. Oh, wait, no. This is a... Isn't this a bounty? It is a bounty. Yes. We're going to get all these bounties and take them back all at once. Maybe we'll be able to afford a better ship then.
Nice and quiet.
Nice and quiet. Yes, indeed.
Look.
Okay. Let's bring Maya around a little bit. The bird can go here. Shoti.
I'm here, certainly.
What do you need?
Oh?
Now, you want to start by turning one of them into a pig.
With lava ruby on seek.
No. Fuck that up a little bit. Okay, here we go. Now let's do it. Into piggy. Into piggy. Bonk. Take the druid.
Happy to oblige.
It's probably a good idea to take the druid out very quickly, isn't it?
Lavaru, be on seek.
And
Oh, good.
immediately 67 damage right off the bat. Dare. Yeah, you know what? Just run up to it. Run up to them. Bonk. Goodbye. Nomu is a pig. They're a very angry pig.
Speak freely.
Druid. There it is. Ooh. 64 damage. God damn, that wasn't even a crit either. That was just a
Let's
normal
go.
attack.
How may I help?
Alright, Alof. Let's bounce some missiles around. 'Cause you don't have to aim that, do you? Oh, they're gonna go for him, aren't they? Shit. Casters. Enemy casters. Oh, Barbarian too. Yeah. Boing. Bear. Holy fuck, a bear. Why is this fucking
Your
pig
orders?
so good? You shouldn't be allowed to be good. Hell yeah. Concussive shot. Interrupt. And we're gonna just kind of keep moving. Aimed shot. Far more accurate, but less action speed. You know what? I'm actually going to do that because that's a higher chance of critting, isn't it? Technically. Or at least a higher chance of having a hit, not a graze. But
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Arthek Worthen Roth.
Please leave me alone.
How may I help?
Please fuck off. That one won't do. You know what? Let's what type of casting is that? A standard. You know, in what this case, I think we're just better off summoning some tentacles. Fuck it. He's gonna get beat to hell anyway. God, that hurt.
What can I do?
That was bad. That was pretty bad.
Yes.
That laugh.
Something I can do?
That laugh's, intriguing. Ooh, that was nice. That was very nice. You know, the Marauder, they certainly are something, aren't they? Tentacles. Tentacle time. Tentacle time. Hell yeah, tentacles. Lightning bolt. No, you're gonna hurt too many people. You could just point blank missile people. You know what? Hit her, because she's named, so she's probably a little more dangerous, isn't she? hurt the bear. 53 damage to the
You
bear.
were saying?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright, Shodi. Honestly, again, this shining beacon thing you're doing is working pretty well.
They can't whack him any harder.
Hell yeah. They bounced back to catch Nomu right in the jaw. Take her out. Ooh. Fucking destroyed them. That was a crit. That'd be why. Get up in their face. Bear, please. Please, bear. Be gentle. Okay. I mean, these tentacles are doing well. Even if we don't control them, they still do well, don't they? Now we'll just fly around. There you are. Pathfinding had to take a second, but it got there in the end. Goodbye. Destroyed.
Yes?
Right. Vok. Me.
Very well.
Just hit the bear. Just
What can I
frantically.
do you for?
You know what? We could use a touch of healing, couldn't we? Look at that. All topped up.
What do you need?
They are... What is that? A boar. Spirit-shaped boar. It almost looked like a rat at first. Dong. 61. Strike the bell.
Speak freely.
Right, Maya. Yeah. How about a wounding
Can't get
shot?
clean hit.
Shit. No armor penetration, but you still got the wounding shot off. So that's something. Alright, tentacles. Take the bear out. Oof. You know what? If we do this... I love the knockdown because it interrupts them too, doesn't it? Knock them prone. Prone interrupts, which is helpful.
Lava. This is futile.
And a shot from Maya should end them now.
As you wish.
Oh, good.
31 damage.
Yeah?
Or Adair can take them both out with a cleave. Even better. Nomu, fine hard armor, Chameleon's Touch. A fine mace. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Chameleon's Touch gives +1 to an attribute and a skill determined by the user's class. This ring is an heirloom of an Adairan mercenary company, the Motherless Curs. Never a prestigious group, the mercenaries were not overburdened with any sense of loyalty, honor, or fair play. Each member endlessly plotted against the current commander, often claiming the position with a dagger to the back. Assuming command, the traitor would also acquire the ring as a symbol of rank. The ring was worn by fighters, barbarians, ciphers, and all other variety of people skilled in the art of violence. Each of them claimed the ring heightened their unique abilities with some sort of charm. It was last worn by Halion, rogue operating in the Deerwood. It's notable that Halion had no known connection to the Curs. How he acquired the ring is unknown. It's unlikely its former owner parted with it willingly. So, I'll take that. What do we get? +1, an attribute and a skill.
How nice.
How nice. Intellect, perception. Oh. Cool, cool. And looks like insight. Yeah. Perception and insight. Okay. I will happily take those. Those are useful. Perception's accuracy and noticing things, and insight is, well, insight. Sense motive. Etc., etc. It's basically the perception of social encounters, isn't it? That's kind of how this skill is meant to work. It's the perception / investigation of social encounters and, like, more people, body language and the like. It's a big island. Very big island. Anything else interesting up here? Is it just the coast? I mean, it is a very pretty coast, so. This, I imagine, is how you get down to death. Ahawane. Which we're not going to go, but we're going to at least approach it and see what's up. What are you? I like a camp. More cannon shot that we don't really need. Rao Ohara. Okay, we'll come back to this. It's been noted to us that southwestern Neketaka Island is... yeah. It's a lot. We really don't have to rest. None of us have used our spinny thing, our empowerment. And... is that our ship? I think that's our ship. In dock. Just Queen... oh no, was it... it might have been in the Mare. Where did we get... I want to turn on this bounty and I want to sell off the stuff we got. So we have enough money to, you know, just in case we find a shop along the way. We can keep our crew paid and still have a little extra money to play around with. Because we did get a lot of random things. Plus, I wonder how much this bounty's worth. Was it? I wonder who it was for. There's the guy, or is that in a different city? I think it was this city. Him, Aboko. Was that him?
Ado, my hunter.
Yeah.
To what do I owe this delight?
Throw him the head here.
I hope I will still find this disgusting when I am important enough to toast with the elite bounty hunters.
He lifts the severed head by the hair, wincing all the while. Has us a pouch of coins. 1,500.
I tell them all that the captain of your ship will always be my favorite hunter.
What bounties do you have available now?
The sea troll has been making a name for
Sea-troll.
himself, raiding fishing villages with his minions. They call him Tahe.
Tahe.
That's thief to the locals. I hear the Huana hate few things more than a food stealer. Warriors fan out to catch the fiend, but so far they have no luck. Tahe can't have roamed far from his latest raid on an island southwest of Neketaka.
Okay, I will. And who's this, by the way?
Our
Aveta.
business is resolved.
Oh.
And my business is my own.
She doesn't really like us that much.
Ado, you return.
Okay. Yeah, off we go.
You must gather your party before venture.
Yeah, I know. Just noises, trying to mimic the music poorly. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to a shop, sell some things, and then head on our way. This troll shouldn't be too far away. The flute. In comes the flute. Love it every time. Bow, 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 bow. Whatever that instrument is. Can't place it. Alright, come on, game. Come on, you got this. Let's go. Let's go up to... I guess we could sell to this person. I don't think it really matters, does it? Who you sell it to. Except this guy.
Island folk tend to prefer lighter clothes. Take your time.
I like his voice. Alright, stash. Weapon-wise, sell a couple of things. Sell the fine hide and the normal hide. Those... Acorn Helm, not a huge fan of. They're not as nice. Suppose we have any other drugs around. I don't think so. I think these are all classified as, I don't know, dead. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Just because they sell for pretty good. Although we should keep some around at some point and use them because drugs aren't as bad in this game. I'm used to the first game where there's the crash involved. I'll sell back the whole, I guess. Someone else can have the Ring of Deflection now, though. You have to ring... You can get it, I guess. Little Ring of Deflection if you ever get too close to the front line, which you really shouldn't, but you might, you never know. H... Throw some water in. Nope. Find a Darian mead. That looks pretty good, actually. I do like mead. It's very nice. Alright, yeah, that'll do. That will do. Let's have a quick we'll save and then we'll head off on our ship. Island hopping. Let's leave actually supply. No, we can't afford any of those. There are people though. Some interesting looking people. Let's leave by sea. Just set out once again. Finally leaving the island. Now we have... There's a bounty somewhere on an island south... It's either southeast or southwest of here. We also have a few bounties, I think. Which I guess we'll pick up whenever we... I guess if they're red, they're... Yep. Let's just head around the island. Clear some map. We explored most of it, except for those, because they're very high level. Hello. Hello, friend. Nice to see you. Don't mind us. Even if our business is... Oh, stuff. To the southwest. I still want to look around, just sail around the island a little bit. Now, Barati. Wants us to attack her, but she's part of the actual company. She's not like a pirate. Are we pirates? Are we the pirates? Let's have a quick save and then see what happens when we attack. However you attack. I don't know how to attack. Yes? No? I have no idea. Oh well, we'll deal with that later. I don't know how to engage in ship combat. Never done it before. You know what? Pillars of Eternity to attack ship. You just move it onto them, apparently, but that's what we were doing. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we are. They have a better ship than us. I think we're going to try to board her at first. Just use our superior skills in normal combat. Hopefully that'll go well. And apparently it doesn't hurt reputations if you attack and kill these. I'm only going to do it for bounties, because they probably have a reason to be a bounty. I mean, that doesn't actually check out, because sometimes people just put bounties on other people because they're angry at them. Or they feel like it, and they're bored, and they have money. Okay. Valiant sailors right off the bat, they're really going for us.
Oh?
Okay. Our turn. Oh, look, there's Edwin. Edwin, Constantin, Asina. When would a fire... Oh, we can do this instead, actually. But doesn't that mean that until they're attacked, though? It would go after them all. Okay. Let's start with something that doesn't need aiming. Wow. Oh, he's over. He's jumping. He's going for it.
Happy to oblige.
Happy to oblige. Yeah, you know, move up here and just charge up your weapons. We should Mind Blade, because Mind Blade is fun. It didn't do a whole lot, but it's still something. Setafen. Oof. Damn. That had the potential to be really good. This is the one I want. Teleport. Hello.
May I be a candle in the night?
Ah, damn it, grays only. We're gonna let the battle lines form first, and then we can start doing area of effect things.
That's not very helpful.
It's alright. Did alright. Get away from me.
I'm listening.
Ooh, 40 damage. Pretty solid.
What can I do you for?
Alright, Shodi, there's a whole mess of enemies over that side.
Than rock.
Take care of him. I like this music, though. Pretty good.
That hardly seems fair.
Yeah, the only thing about that Maya's pretty slow.
Oh?
Alright, Alof. How about you get some help for me? Help me out a bit. Because they're going to hurt me.
What can I do?
Oh, yeah, he's a chanter, isn't he?
Nothing I can do.
Pretty solid. Better not have interrupted. Actually, was she casting? I think she... No, she wasn't, was she? She'd done her casting already.
Yeah?
Fucking paladins, man. They're gonna be the death of us, aren't they? No, you have an item that lets you do fireball, so why not? Necklace of fireball, baby.
We'll be hitting the water.
You were saying?
What is that? Cast something. I don't even know what. Okay. It's good damage, good damage. 1v1ing the bird. Tentacles. And then Alof can go focused somewhere else then. Like over there. Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot going on over there. Well-placed fireball. You'd have to move. I think it can be done. Okay. A little less effective now then.
I'm here.
Here I am.
That's the stuff.
Ooh, that did well.
Way to oblige.
That did very well, didn't it?
All thick, worth and raw.
Oof. They're really killing us with these crossbows, aren't they?
That's not very helpful.
Nice. I think he killed 2 of them. Yes, he did. So Shodi should nab the other one as well then.
Hey.
Idea. Knock him on his
Doing
ass.
the job.
Dichilla. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Yes, attack them. Kill them. These tentacles are pretty solid. There goes that one. She's like a rogue Cypher, isn't she? Fuck off healing. Why? Why you go over here? Yeah, I don't want to be here. Do not want to be here anymore. Get me the fuck out of here. Yeah, put the bird in the middle.
I'm here.
Right, we have one left here. There's still Chilla, who's
Just like that.
kind of a pain in the ass.
What can I do you for?
If you're in the middle here, you can hit everyone except for Maya, which is alright. Head there.
I need something stronger.
Oh yeah, we're paladins. Please leave her alone.
Your orders?
Aha. Get fucked.
For the homeland.
Combat roll, baby. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. Combat roll out of the way. This paladin's really making it pretty difficult, isn't he?
Oh?
Okay, Alof. Probably not the most effective thing to do, but
What can I do?
1v1 me. 1v1 me. And Constantine is taking care of himself, isn't he? All that being said, he's... What happens if one of them... Because I don't think they can die, because they're, like, named companions, right?
Speak freely.
Surely. Surely not. Ooh,
Still got it.
that was good.
What can I do you for?
That was really good. Really need you to hit that. Really need you to hit that, love. She's bloodied. We could try that on her. Might work better. But... tentacles. Oh shit, you summoned something, didn't you? It's a shade. Also, she just obliterated him. Good for her. Oh, fuck you. You bitch. Paladin's gonna be a pain in the ass still, isn't he?
Yes.
Just like that.
Shit.
Happy to oblige.
Oof. There she goes. She did. She did. Just obliterated her.
Might take a nap right here.
Cooked that up, didn't I?
Overall, though,
Leave it to me.
we're managing.
Captain.
I need to get her a really good gun. If I can get her an amazing arquebus, like that dragon's breath thing going on. It's like 50 grand, but good for you, Phantom. You did fuck all.
Yes?
Again. Everyone's ganging up on this fighter.
What can I do?
Oh, god damn. Just obliterated.
As you wish.
So I'm curious. A third of the way there. I am sad about not using our mace, because I just like the aesthetic, but... Good. Constantine actually, he survived. He did it. Good for him. Goodbye. Now we just have to wait for the paladin to show up. Alright, everyone, get into position.
You were saying?
Have a quick heal. Yeah, fucking withdraw, man.
Captain.
Bit of a pain. Unfortunately, wasted spell, but what can you do?
Aye.
Ayla, Eshiza, just hang out here. Yeah, really all you can do is hang around until he shows back up. One more round. End turn.
Captain?
End turn. End turn.
Yes?
What do you need?
There he is. There's the bitch. He hasn't got any of his buffs either, does he? Shiza? Get that combo. Takedown combo.
You were saying? For the homeland!
Oof.
What
That,
can I do you
that
for?
combo is solid.
That was about as useful as a bump
Just
on a pickle.
run in and beat the hell out of him. Or has a chance to do anything. Okay, enemy defeated. Morale gained 600 experience, 2 silver. Everyone seemed to have gained a rank and level. Bedul, Regere, Mother Sharprock. We're going to share the coins with the crew. Actually, maybe we shouldn't have. It's fine. Because they had max morale. It's fine. Keep morale top. Tippy top. That was a whole thing. So, us. The Valians... Okay, I think they're about the same. From what I've seen, apparently it doesn't really matter that much, so... I don't want this. I don't want the... So I'm not going to help him with that. I mean, I guess, actually, oh, it's for her. We have to go to Fort Deadlight as well, that way. Just have a little sail around. You are not a bounty. It's the check to make sure we're not passing anybody. He's on an island northwest. Northeast of Hasango. Southwest of Port Maje. So kind of head towards Port Maje then. Oh, is this... This is where the troll is, huh? The Tahe. It's only one above our level. We should be fine. It's a troll that's been looting and eating people in local villages. What do we deal with? Sea troll, Tahe, brine imp. Is that it, or are there more lurking?
Trouble ahead.
Okay. We can deal with this.
Whoa, look.
Sure, bouncing missile. That'll do well. And can I get a mind blade off as well? I think I just got it off. Yeah. Just decent. Run. Bonk. Oh, that imp is nearly taken out already.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to move here. Just cast that. I feel like this is going to end up being the battlefield. Because I imagine they're going to move to us. Well, I'm going to try to make them move to us. Engagement. It gives them deflection. No, we'll just hold. Hold. A fireball would go first.
I'm listening.
Love it. Surprise rounds. I'll
For the wrong Anui.
just end it. Oh, really? You didn't end it? I should have done something fancy. Never mind. Fireball got it. They're ranged. I doubt the trolls are ranged. No, they're very much melee. Fuck, they're really getting to the bird.
What do you need?
Hello there.
Stay behind me.
Bonk.
You were saying?
Oh?
She does good damage. I like her a lot. Tentacles. She's a... Maybe you should go over here, because you are immune to engagement. Maybe get out of the
What
way.
can I do you for?
It's going to probably move up, so I'm going to
All thick, worth and raw.
try and cut it off there. Imp. Okay, they don't hit that hard. I don't like what he's trying to do, though.
Stand together.
Restricting something. Can we... Damn it, it missed.
Yes?
If it had hit, that would have been pretty helpful. Fire. Fire is the way to go. Luckily, it's Aloth we're talking about.
Hard to move.
Restricting seaweed. Okay. Healthy, healthy. It's near death over there. Pierce damage, hobbling. I mean, we're hitting the tentacles, but we don't really care about the tentacles.
All thick, worth and raw.
That's it.
Yeah?
Okay. Good start. Good, gets attention off Aloth.
Yes?
Please, he's so squishy.
Yes.
Oh, we're stuck. Of course we are. Guess we'll just take a potion. That's our turn.
Speak freely.
Let's gang up on that one a bit. It's really laying into the bird. Bonk. Yes, do your job, tentacles. They're immobilizing them, which is not as helpful right now, but it's good to remember in the future that they immobilize. Very good in the future.
All thick, worth and raw.
How may I help?
Aloth, you thread a rolling flame through there. I think you can, yes. Just like that.
I'm here. Very well.
Just like that.
Hopefully we're not in
Your orders?
the way of that now, but... Fly back home. Oh, on her turn she has to heal it, right? I remember now. Since you're here, do your thing.
Something I can do?
Oh, I see, it went out. And she now has Bonded Grief. Might resolve and accuracy's down. Even with, I'm pretty sure he's still getting sneak attack. Even with that, it's still Took 46 from the beacon, though. Rolling flame.
It's alright, it happens.
Damn. Missed one, grazed the other, hit us. Luckily, though, it looks like it knocked him prone. Just seagulls in the background. Oof. Yes. That's what I kind of like about these and the whip, Andra's whip that Takeo can make. Is that they distract. They pull their attention away. Yep, spend your turn doing another tentacles because they're about to disappear.
As you wish.
Oh, good.
Just trying to build up focus again.
What can I do you for?
It is bloodied, so you should,
Lavru, be on seek.
if you hit, do good damage. You have to hit first, though.
Captain.
It's not trying to do anything, so I guess we'll just
For the homeland.
a normal hit. It's not doing a lot, but there are new tentacles. Refreshed. Where's it? Oh, it walked away for a second. Weird. Even if they don't do a lot of damage,
How may I help?
it's still damage. And like I was saying, they attract their attention. They take the aggro away from us.
That's not very helpful.
Right. Yeah. They have a D2 damage.
What can I do you for?
Also, don't worry about that woman. That's just our sword. She's enjoying her life as a sword a little too much.
Stay behind me.
Don't worry about that. Right. Ow. Laying into us. Fan of Flames. You could just hit just him. But no, we're gonna go for both.
Was that necessary?
Alright, yeah, everyone's still being hurt by our own briars, aren't they? Let's heal them up. Let's fix that.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Your orders?
Just hobble, so you do some damage.
See that, Ishi?
Was that 53 damage? Plus it's wounded, so it should take a little more damage on its turn.
Yeah?
Just do damage. That's all you can do now. This might take him... Nearly killed him. We are very close. Oof. He's dead. Hello. Hello, Dijo. How you
How
doing?
may I help?
It has been a while, hasn't it? Yeah.
These uns are in for a walloping.
It's good to see you, though. How you been? How you doing?
Take this.
Our sword's enjoying herself. Good for her. Oh yeah, we leveled up after... Yep. That's our sword. She's just having a grand old time, ain't she? Tears of Saint Makao. Better armor against spells. Once per rest, for 2 rounds, you're untargetable. Take less damage, you're paralyzed. Petrified untargetable for a brief time. Small file clasped at the end of this necklace purported to contain the tears shed by the martyr Saint Makao, the moment of his death. We'll keep a hold of that for now. Ring of Overseeing. You already have your 2 good rings. Resolve. Actually, no. Let me get your over. Unless you have the Overseeing, you have the Overseeing effect already. Yep. I mean, really, just keep that for when we have a caster on the team again, like Takeo. You're okay back home. That's good. Oh, damn. That's not good, though, the second half. Your PC quit while you're away. Motherboard. Good luck with that. That could be bad. I thought of playing Vampire the Masquerade. I have. I really like Vampire the Masquerade. I would definitely play it at some point, I think. I can see myself playing that somewhere down the line. Definitely, definitely. Oh, we should level people up, huh? Or I forget again. More mechanics, honestly. That's kind of what we need. Intimidate, metaphysics. Yeah, just help out. One new ability point for a cipher. I think we're thinking tough. Okay, luck, far casting, better distance might not be bad. Rapid casting. Honestly, most of what we're doing is not really casting. Our archetype is very much focused around converting focus into just raw damage. Yeah, get tough. We don't have great health still, but it's better. You have recovery. Do you have this level of recovery? You already do rapid recovery, yes. For 2 discipline, action type free plus 20 to all defenses and concentration for 2 rounds. Damn, okay. Gives damage bonus to their proficient weapons. That might be worth it. Oh, 1 for both, I see. Oh yeah. Charge. Dash across the battlefield, stunning anyone caught in their path. Okay. I like. Or actually, I'm gonna get that because we have had that problem where we don't quite have the armor penetration we need. So let's get the ability to just give ourselves armor penetration. The rogue's engagement when increases. Enemies engaged by the rogue are distracted. What does that mean? Have a -5 perception considered flanked. Yes, because if they're flanked, they're going to be able to hit by sneak attack, correct? Yes. So even being near us, you get sneak attacked. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think speaking of Vampire the Masquerade, I think I played it when I was quite a lot younger. I remember I liked it a lot. It's a lot of fun, because of course vampires and the world of the White Wolf is all just very fun. Of course, it's been years since I've touched it. So it'd be almost like a new adventure. Magical Seal, Litany for the Spirit, Hardy. Should we just get tough for everybody? Oh, actually, no, Spell Shaping. What's Spell Shaping? Because that way, I think we can increase our healing as well at that point. Maybe. We'll just get tough for everybody. Plus 2 max health each level. I'm assuming that that's each level and it's cumulative and kind of gets from the back. Never played it. Introduced it from the Prince of Darkness mod, which is fair because it's the same world. Yeah. It is a really good game. It's a very fun, kind of like Oblivion era RPG, but with vampires and stuff. I have not played Elden Ring. I do not own it. Maybe one day. Right now I'm limited in cash, so I've not really bought new games. But it looks like fun. It looks pretty cool. But no, I've not played it. I've seen everybody else playing it, though. I'm just gonna get tough. Just health. More health, more surviving. Aloth. It is Arcana. We get a little more athletics, so that way when you can heal. Checking out about one new wizard ability. We could just get tough as well. I think we should actually get... well, it's only +1. But it fits because he's got a lot of fire. You're playing at your brother's using family share? Very nice. I've seen a lot of people play it, and it looks like a really good one. It's interesting at the very least. Hello, Remy. Oh, you better believe it. We had a little moment, our character and Shodi. We got a little hot and heavy, shall we say. We kind of went off into the jungle and had a time. That actually happened. It was a thing. So I think we've officially have a romance. I don't know how it works in this game, but we have a little, yeah, in the jungle. Yep. I was a little afraid of how much it was going to show, or like, not show, but like say how much I was going to have to read. It would be against TOS at some point. But we truly have a wife now. Well, not quite. It's not that stage. They just hooked up. It's a little early to be talking about wife, isn't it? I am not too bad, though. I'm pretty out of it. I'm exhausted. But besides that, not doing too bad. How you doing? Can we sell things here? Just sell all the things we've picked up. Yes. I'll keep one set of Valian plate, but sell 4 of these enchanted. Actually, that's pretty good. That's a good price. Look at that. Scatel helm. Fancy. Fine plate helm. Actually, I'm going to keep all of those. I'm going to have 5. Keep 5 of them for our party. We got some extra cotton weave sails. I guess we should keep a hold of it just in case. And I will buy... Let's just buy all of it. Thank you very much. Nope, but inventory that. Guess some raw pork. They can probably cook it. We have a cook. Swordfish. Oh, actually, we should keep that. That's pretty good. Hagfish. Sure. Well, the crew has plenty of food. They're fine. Oh, Lord. Temple of Tangaloa Ruins. No, your island is up here, where we found Mother Sharprock. I did fuck up on the grammar, but let's ignore that. It fits. Oh, we're walking on our ship now. It's a translation error, that's all it is. Right there. There she is. Mother Sharprock. Maya. I really like Maya, actually. Even if she might be a spy and traitor. But might be a spy. What? You're one of Kana's siblings, is she?
Sure am. And I heard that you two spent some time together. Funny how the gods toss things together.
Hey, Kana was a bro.
I heard tell that Kana sailed off in search of whatever he didn't find in the Deerwood. They say he lit a fire under the Ranganui to speed up the taming of the Deadfire.
She grins at this, planting her hands on her hips with
He
pride.
clearly had some sway on his opinions, more than I ever did. Wish you had told Kana to give up on the poetry. He's got no ear for it.
Glad to hear he's making a difference.
No? As his sister, I'm supposed to catalog his missteps.
That is very true.
I do with bullets what Kana did with words. Just in case you were wondering, the comparison ends there.
She tips her head and studies you to make sure the point came across. What's this game about? In short, this game is a sequel to a prior game. Pillars of Eternity, just Pillars of Eternity. But in this game, we are living comfortably after winning in the first game in our castle, and a giant statue comes alive and is imbued with the spirit of a god, and it wrecked shit, stole part of our soul, and wandered into these island chains. So we're chasing a giant god statue, trying to get our soul back and stop him from, you know, bringing about the end of days type of deal. Essentially. Very grand, high fantasy type of game storyline. It's a lot of fun. Magic, gods, souls, all that fun stuff. Hello, Ishiza. Who's a good bird? Who's a good bird? The bird cocks his head, eyes reflecting a mixture of friendly recognition and murderous calculation.
Uh-oh. That's his I'm hungry and you're wasting my time face. Better step back, Captain.
Good bird. That's a good bird. We used to have a bird. Long time ago. It was, yeah, it was definitely a temperamental little thing, wasn't it? Birds are interesting. Old Ingram. Sailor hums happily. Look at all our animals. We have so many more now. Look at them all. It is. It's a great game, to be honest. One of my favorite things about these games is I love the lore of the world and the story. I recommend checking out people's playthroughs of the first game if you're interested. It's a great game. It's a bit long. There's a lot of reading, but it's a great game. I recommend it. 10 out of 10. Well, maybe like 9.5 out of 10. Still really high. I like 9. You doing?
Greetings again, Captain.
I just like her voice.
Do you require my expertise?
What do you make of our journey so far?
I admit to excitement, curiosity. I cherish the opportunity to explore, to test my wits against ancient ruins and vicious wildlife. Most ships discourage such avocations.
She's cool. Our wife.
Watcher, tell me what's on your mind.
There's an option to break up. No, that's not happening. Never. Throw me out to sea before that happens. Yeah, how you doing? How you feeling?
Not a one. Thanks to you, I'm sleeping like a babe. No, better even.
Collecting cats and dogs and hats is the sole purpose of the game. I mean, you're not far off. It is about just... There's a nice, like, under level of collecting shiny things and pets and hoarding them all.
I never knew nothingness could feel so warm and so nice. No need to fiddle-foot around. Sure thing, Watcher.
I love her. She's my favorite.
Casita, I'm glad
Oh.
we have this chance to talk.
She wants to chat with
I
us.
have not properly thanked you for taking me away from that
Oh,
place.
that's right. No need to thank me. She's the apprentice of the Archmage that we rescued from probably inevitable obliteration if she pissed them off one too many times.
Perhaps not. But I wish to do so all the same.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive. Arkemir was fond of tormenting me. If he had taught me anything of substance, I might even have endured his wretched company a while longer.
Archimede's a dick.
In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Aggressima.
Aggressima. As everyone in this game pretty is Sue. Yeah, there's a lot of very attractive people in this game. They did very well, especially the art. I like the art style of, like, the portraits. Are you interested in any particular areas of study?
It is a funny thing. I was so quick to chase my ambitions, as if an apprenticeship would outline the course of my life. In the end, I was building a castle in the sand. The taller it rose, the harder the waves swept in to batter it down. Now I have no plan, and the uncertainty is a refreshing change.
What'd you want to learn from, dickhead Archmage anyway?
What a question.
I don't like that Archmage. He rubbed us the wrong way.
Arkemir is elusive. That flamboyant house of his? It is all a performance, a mask that people will not think to peer beneath.
Plus, you can never trust an Archmage, can you?
I had a
Never.
sneaking suspicion that he knows more about magic than the rest of the circle combined.
The last one we met tried to turn us into a... Actually tried to steal our soul.
Or maybe he is just an accomplished liar. I may never know the truth.
They can't keep getting away with it. Insert Breaking Bad meme. Yeah, this game, the first game was a little rough around the edges and had a lot less voice acting because it was a Kickstarter game. And they only had so much time and so much budget. This game, they went all out. The look of it, the mechanics, the voice act, like pretty much every line is voice acted, every spoken line. It's not narrated, so you still, I would still have to read the narration, but yeah, there's a lot more work put into it because they could afford to. And I'm happy for them. I think it's actually one of the companies is Obsidian, actually, isn't it? I think Obsidian Entertainment made these games. The people that made Fallout New Vegas, among many other games. So that's fun too. Yes. Any thoughts on our travel so far? The little that you've seen.
Right now, I desire nothing more than to enjoy my liberation. I will worry about the problems of the world as they come.
She smiles a little. Yeah, I believe so. Obsidian Entertainment, Inc. Yes, I believe so. They had, at the very least, a very heavy hand in this game, and its previous game as well. And actually, I think they're working on... There's an RPG that's coming out at some point in this world, which when that happens, I'm buying that immediately. And if it's by Obsidian, and in this world, it's going to be probably like a Elder Scrolls contender, isn't it? Because this is a hell of a world. Yeah, it does kind of have the same vibe, doesn't it? A little bit. You can see some of the similarities here and there, I think. Any thoughts on our companions?
I do not hate Tekehu for his arrogance. I only hate that he deserves it.
Fair. Curious about you.
I came to the archipelago as a groveling apprentice. One day, I hope I will leave it with a speck more dignity than that. What more could you desire to know, Casita?
I wonder, is she an actual, like... Or she just have a lot of story? I don't know if she has quests for herself, but... She's cool, though. We should take her out at some point. Maybe we can switch out Aloth for her for a bit. Because she's also a sorcerer, isn't she? We'll
Ask away, Casita.
chat with her at some point. I wonder if I don't know if there's a good way to switch out. No, I think we'll figure it out. Switch out the party. We might let Aloth have a break for a bit. Bring out another caster. Sounds pretty good. Not exactly my taste, but it sounds not too bad. I like eggs one way, scrambled to hell. I don't like the yolk. Like solid. You know what I mean? Especially not liquid. That's Ruddy Rabble. Rabel? Do we have a bounty for them? She's southwest of Port Mage. Dragon something somewhere. Oh, we have to start doing this, right? To the north and south. Is there an uncharted island south of... This might be it. This sounds like it'd be... This looks like it'd be south of Port Mage. That's the island there. Oh, you. Yes. Let's hope this doesn't go poorly. Attack. Get it. Get their ass. I think right now we are probably better off. Although actually, we have more cannons than them. I think we can do it. Let's try naval combat. Let's try to remember how this works. Some quick maneuvering. The Defiant secures the wind gauge before the river has a chance to come about and claim it for themselves. Try to remember how this works. Advantage. Advantage is in our favor, I believe. Axe first, increase range. Yes. Just full speed ahead, barrel at them aggressively. Ship crashes the waves of the wind, drives it forward. Enemy crew scurry to their stations in preparation for maneuvers. Aims its artillery squarely at us. Distant thunder of cannon fire echoes across the sea. They fire their cannon and they tag us. So we're within distance of cannons, are we? How do... I guess we'd have to turn, right? Yes. Because it makes sense. You have to turn. They're advancing. They climb the rigging like spiders, let loose the sails. And now we can fire some cannons. 25% hit chance. This is 0%. Is it because, oh, we're too close now? Let's see. I'm still going to try it. I'm going to try it. Damn. Both misses. Oh well. They are... I guess we should just turn back towards them since we really can't cannon. We're too close, I guess. Oh shit, they rammed us. The raucous cry from its crew, the ship plows into ours. With a rousing cry, your crew throw grappling hooks and boarding planks across the gap between the two ships. They stream onto the ship's deck, weapons at the ready. The stunned enemy crew rally and meet your sails with a sounding boom, gunfire, and clang of steel on steel. Guess we're attacking on the decks. On the decks. The deck. A little bit, yeah, I can see. Some piratiness. Sea of Thieves is pretty cool, actually. That one's pretty fun to play with friends.
Yes?
They got some good hits in. Luckily, Pistolier, Fighter, do they have a captain? Right up there. Asila Wave Skipper. We want to turn her into a pig. Now let's do something that's more useful. When would a fireball go? Pretty late. I've only played it a little bit, to be honest, but I've watched a lot of people play it.
Captain.
But overall, it's fun. At least when you're just vibing with your friends. Attack. Kill. Oh, shit, he paralyzed them. Gotta love... Is he a chanter? He is a chanter, that's right. He's like a barbarian chanter, which is a very interesting combination.
Yeah.
Alright, Shodi. Just prepare yourself.
I'm here.
The positioning is not great. We need to wait for them to get into proper...
Nothing I can do.
That did pretty well. Mind Blades. We need to wait for them to get into actual position before we can fireball them. Because they're going to just move out of its range if we're not careful.
May I be a candle in the
Yeah.
night.
Persistent distraction. I love that. He's now always flanked if you're near him. Or they're now always flanked. Oh, it just all went to him. Okay, they're starting to make some form of battle lines. Holy shit. We're getting very hurt. That's fine, Graze. Ooh. Magic definitely helps. Magic makes this much easier, doesn't it? Checked me. Bring holy fire on them. When are these guys gonna go? They're definitely going before Maya, so. There, knock them down at least. Help me out. I get the feeling this is going to be a...
my area of expertise.
I get the feeling this is going to just be a whole thing. So, let's throw some magical tentacles down. Because who'd have thought that
I'm here.
tentacles are just the best spell in the game. Summon tentacle. Oh, Jesus.
Stand together.
Just obliterated him. See those body parts? I see we crit him. That'd do it. That would do it.
Very well.
God damn. Ooh. Confounding blind.
Hmm?
Hmm. 32, pretty good. Plus we bypassed some of his armor. What was that? Just beams of healing.
I'm listening.
Okay, okay. Fireball. Nope, the ship doesn't quite allow it. So just hobble instead. Ooh. Good job, Seraphim. I like area of effect attacks. They're solid. That hurt. It's just a lot going on.
Never difficult to concentrate.
Enchanters, man. Okay, Aloth. We could turn her into a pig. Oh, the tentacles didn't go through. That's fine. Honestly, they're much less useful now, I feel. Jolting Touch. You know, we don't really use this one that often. Yeah, Shock and Grasp. Jolting Touch. Ow. Ow, nope. I mean, it is only a first level spell, isn't it? I don't know what I was expecting. Claw's eyes out. Shoti, everyone's a bit fucked up. If you get into here... Perfect. Consecrated ground. Start healing everybody around you. Fucking ranged people also. And 40. Oh, that's good. Sneak attack, baby. Fighter rogue.
I'm listening.
Heal. Now, I don't actually think that there's anything... No. You actually have no penalty to hit if you're in melee with a gun. You just have penalty to deflect. Just point blank.
I'm here.
Yes, I think so. Maybe there isn't, I'm just missing it, but...
Just like that.
Constantine, leave him alone. They're all... That is probably... Maybe we should take Maya off of aimed shot, because she just has terrible initiative with it.
Yes?
Okay, Aloth. As tempting as a fireball is, it probably wouldn't do much for us. Okay, no corrosion. Corrosion works. Necrotic Lance. I like the jaunty battle tune.
Happy to oblige.
It's just in the background. Really just going for it, aren't they? The musicians.
All thick worth and raw.
Are you just walking away? What are you doing? Fuck. Don't lose concentration. You're fine. You're good. You're fine. Hello? Please. Okay, Adair. He is very near death. Hell yeah. Goodbye.
May I be a candle in the night.
Get really angry and shoot him. A barbarian Cypher, I believe. He's a barbarian with a gun. Ah, hell. Hell is right.
That's on me.
Shit.
I swear.
I like... Just the sword is funny. I don't know. That's really the main reason why I'm keeping it around. Not really even just because it's a good weapon. It's just funny.
Right between the eyes.
Point blank rifle. Just hold it up to their head.
I can't feel my everything.
That's probably not good. There you go. Healing for everybody. Priests, they're what keeps us alive. God knows we would be dead many times over without the priest. Priest class, the best. Durance in the first game and Shodi in this. I miss Durance though. Durance was cool. He's a acquired taste, but he was cool. I liked him.
What can I do?
That was creepy.
As you wish.
Just have to build up focus, that's all we can do. That's kind of the downside to us burning all our focus in one attack. That's how the class works. Is that after you do it, you have to... Ooh, that was good. 50 damage? What the fuck? Ow. Miss. Ow. Everyone getting hit in the back. Rude.
For the homeland.
Remember the giblets. Insta-gibbed. Not insta, it took like 5 rounds, but... Goodbye. Combat rollout. I like that ability. I don't know, I just think it's funny. Ooh. Hell yeah. She's dead. He's dead. The tides have turned. When one starts to go down, they all do. It's a little bit of a weaker fireball because of the size of it, but...
I'm here.
Not quite enough focus. Just start stabbing him in the back. I guess with that, you're just shooting him in the face, which is not pleasant to think about. Strike the bell. 73 damage? Goddamn.
Yeah.
Did... Adair. Is that why... Did we end up getting you... Oh no, we got Persistent Distraction. Okay, that's what. I was wondering why you're doing so well with the damage, but I guess just... the fact you have Sneak Attack all the time now. Because there's another ability of his that... 75. That's a good spell. It gives him extra damage with Proficient Weapons, which we probably should get for him soon. Because he's really only going to be using... That was a half-decent fireball.
Captain.
Captain. 40 damage, not bad.
Yes?
Now we can just throw first level spells out. Because his main damaging spells are gone. Second and third level. Holy shit. Okay, knocked out. Good. Idwin's not gone.
What can I do?
Good to know.
Yes.
Just like that.
Pretend
Yeah,
you didn't
they
see
can... Pretend you didn't see that. We'll try. Casual 102 damage, no big deal.
I'll light the darkness.
Oof. Fast.
Something I can do.
Fast as fuck, boy. There goes another one. Yeah, they're done. There's no shot. There's still this one, though, actually. We should not forget about them. Well, I forgot for a second that they even existed. So we probably should have done that. Flanked. Leave the sorcerer alone.
Yes?
Whatever she's doing should take the guy out now.
Yes?
That's been weakened enough. And can we obliterate his soul? Yes, we can. That was 74 damage. We're very good, like, single target damage, aren't we? It's kind of what our subclass is. Oh god, he just 10 times speed ran into the combat and just shot him in the face. What the fuck? I mean, there's nothing stopping you. Just get an even bigger cup. Like a mug. Get a big mug and fill them all at once. Life hack. From across the ship, shot him in the back. We have earned a rank. Yes, we'll take all and continue, thank you. Ship battles are pretty fun, actually. I like ship battles. They're interesting in terms of maneuvering around. In that they're kind of a pain in the ass to move around sometimes. This was the uncharted island we have to do. Ah, I see. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't then. If you have to work tomorrow, maybe you shouldn't have, you know, a day's worth of caffeine at once. Temple of Tangaloa. No, northeast of Neketaka. So what is this then? I guess it's just a thing. Temple ruins, yeah. I swear that we had a quest for that, but maybe that's a different. Mira, no. Okay. So I'm just constantly checking our bounties to make sure. This might be the island, though. I don't know. Amira's Whisper. Let's go grab this water first. Fresh fruit. What's in here? The ruins. Is this going to be another situation like before where we accidentally get someone killed? Ahead of you lie the ruins of an ancient complex. As you near the tumbled-down stone entrance, you notice several curious drawings scrawled across the stone in a flaking brown paint that's not paint. Bend down to get a better look, discover that the drawings depict violent images of decapitations, dismembering, hangings, and sundry other terrors. Yeah, flaking brown paint is just blood. Light from distant torches flickers on the ruined walls. Unintelligible words float to you on a breeze that reeks of carrion and the metallic tang of blood. Blood. Wish there's a way to lock this. I don't like it moving around. Fucks with the order of the companions. Also, wow, this is lovely.
Still as a pond.
Maya can level up, though. She got enough. Look at her fancy. She fancy. It's a nice gun, too. A little bit of a... Actually, no. How about more explosives for you? One new ranger ability. Revive companion. Wounding shot. We can also... Aim becomes far more accurate. So... better accuracy with it. Hobbles them as well. Can mark prey. It's a free. Oh, I really do think we should get marked prey. No matter really what other stuff is. Because marking a target costs 1 bomb, but it's a free action type. There's plus 10 accuracy for you and your companion. It's pretty good. Calls them back to the side. Evasive Fire. When you do your roll, they fire at a random enemy in range. That's kind of fun. Oh wait, isn't this a free action? So you essentially get 1 free attack per round when you use one of your points. Because also this gives you the quick inspiration, which better dex. That's kind of cool. You know, I like that. I like that idea. Evasive Fire. Hunter's Mark is cool, but Evasive Fire. Just gonna have a quick save because this looks terrifying.
Can do.
Can do. Some repair supplies, which we're going to need because our hull is a bit fucked.
I don't think I can pull.
Fat bubbles thick on the surface of this pot. The rising steam smells sweetly of meat. Sweet. Nope, that's... Meat should... Meat should not be sweet. Shouldn't really smell like that. Angfor's Journal. 3 Inoton, 2827 AI. I don't know what the date is currently. 2828. So a year ago. Okay. I found this water-stained notebook in the bottom of my satchel. Now, having no use for it, I must record my thoughts, or I feel I'll go mad in the solitary confinement of my own head. Months have passed, and still we're stranded on this cursed island. What few supplies we had with us at the time of our calamity have dwindled away to little more than dust and crumbs. It became clear that we would be trapped on this island for some time. We began to ration our food. It was half-rationed at first, but as the days wore on and help became ever less a possibility and even more a dream. We took only 1 meal a day, then 1 meal every 2 days. Fresh water, at least, is plentiful. Bubbles up from a crack in the stone near the ruins. No doubt it is pushed to the surface by some unseen force of volcanism. I should have liked to have had my instruments on hand to record its rate of flow and volume. Those are long since gone, likely resting at the bottom of the sea. Our numbers shrink day by cursed day. Always now my clothes smell of rancid meat, sweat and smoke. The jerky we made from Carl's thigh has gone off. We had thought he might survive the amputation, but he passed away in the night 2 days ago from a fever in his blood. Right. We have better learned how to cure our meat, but our blades have gone dull. We've only seawater with which to cleanse them. None have survived the amputation since Carl's tragic passing, so we no longer bother with the practice. More's the pity, I was becoming an old hand at it. Eloise was lost to us today. Pains me to write the words, though her passing comes as no surprise. She drew the shortest reed. Her necklace I intended to keep, but it's gone missing since her death. I'd always thought it suited her. The stone matched the light in her eyes. I want to remember that light. Perhaps someone's hiding it, though I do not know why they would do me such an unkindness. I was meant to have it. She never said as much, I know. But I know. I'll perform a search of the other's belongings when next I have the midnight watch. Woe betide the thief. A chill has found us. It blows ceaselessly across the isle, whipping our shelters into disarray. Words are starting to stutter a bit. Peppering our meals with sand. We take shelter in the nearby ruins, though I am loath to do it. Always that place has seemed to me befouled by some unfriendly spirit, for I hear whispers when the wind blows. They cry for mercy, for salvation. Another of the crew has disappeared this morning. Some suspect he tied stones to his wrists, walked himself into the sea. They are wrong. I saw him walk while he was dreaming, with jerky movements not his own. He wandered deep into the ruins and did not return. So few of us remain. I envy them, the departed. Their souls are returned to the wheel and free to find new lives to lead. We unlucky few receive no such boon. That is what we have given them, a gift. We suffer so that they might be free. Our lender says we might fashion a raft large enough to escape this place. He's mad. We belong to this isle now, as it belongs to us. Well, shit. Okay.
Of course.
That's lovely. That's a whole thing. Captain Angfor, cursed warlock, cursed marauder.
We had ribs last night. How about liver? Ah, my ma used to do a mean fried liver.
Haunch it is then. Livers for dessert.
Alrighty then.
How may I help?
Start off just running in. Bunch of cannibals. And since they crave death, let's give it to them. Let's move around here. Just get the bird out of the way. Oh, there's a few more than I thought there would
Happy
be.
to oblige.
Shody. Move up this way a bit. And yeah, I guess prep spiritual weapons just in case you need to attack somebody. That fucking cackle, man. It gets me every time. I know it's gonna happen.
Leave it to me. That must hurt. I cannot whack him any harder.
Crazed priest is now smart. That is a cursed, crazed zealot. Warlocks, pistoliers, marauders. Ow. Don't go for Maya. Rude. Oh, he barbarian. He's right in there. Oh, Lord.
Orders?
That is an ogre. That's an ogre pirate. Fuck. Shit.
Got this, Captain.
Missed the attack, but you still did well. I don't like that pirate being there. Halt. I command you, do not move. I really like the sword, though. I like the lines and the laughter and everything. It's just amusing. So even though I much prefer the mace, because also I love the look of it, and it's also Vox's like kind of signature weapon. In my mind, we're keeping with the sword for now. She's funny.
Yes? As you wish.
Oh, that's the stuff.
There are the occasional nose lines, though, which
Only miss blood when it's gone.
we miss blood when it's gone. Bonk. Don't shoot the bird. Stop shooting the bird. Bastard. 33, not bad, not bad. Right.
Ashiza, strike.
Oof. Okay, that did well. That was good. Now we can get into a bit better position. What is that? Come, soft winds of death. What the fuck are you doing, my guy? Just bouncing around the place?
Where's Ishi?
What the fuck is going on? Shit. Maya got knocked out. That's not good. Okay, Shizi. You have bonded grief as well.
How may I help?
That is... Fuck. That is part of the problem with...
Stay with us.
Oh, there goes the bird. You know what, Captain? I'm sick of your shit. Come here. Come here.
Happy to oblige.
You could bring her back. I think I will. She's useful to us. She's very useful.
Missed.
Shit. How'd you miss? How'd you miss? What the fuck? Okay, I don't want you to be anywhere near here. Heal yourself with it, please. And just kind of hang back here. Stay away from me. Fuck. That's a big fucking hammer. Oh, interesting. Like, you always forget that the missiles do corrode or crush. I always forget that.
Yes?
Stop that. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Don't miss.
Stand together.
That was a graze. Unfortunate.
Your orders?
Oof.
Still got it.
Shot him right in the head. Popped it like a fucking watermelon.
Yeah?
Alright, Adair. 33. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Maybe come help me out a bit, if you could.
All thick, worthen, raw.
I don't like what's happening here. Devotions. Faithful. Arcane Dampener. Ow. Ow.
How may I help?
I hate all of you. What does that do? What does the Arcane Dampener do? A beneficial effect suspended, but I can still cast, and that's the important part. Fireball. Fuck you two in particular. Fireball.
Yes.
Just
No
like
use.
Yeah, the penetration.
Happy to oblige.
Lava be on sync. Kill.
Hey.
Wait, no, you can knock him down. If you knock him down, you interrupt. Unless he has concentration, no, he doesn't. Very good. Knock him down. Okay. Now. Yeah, we didn't pick up Revive Companion. We only have Heal. Fuck. That hammer, you scare me.
Don't whack him any harder.
I mean, you did pretty good, though. Look at that. Can you please stop doing that? I hate this priest. What are you doing? Do you want to become a pig? This is how you turn into a pig. But I'm going to do tentacles instead. I'm going to summon them. But don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Don't tempt me, Frodo. Also, I'm sad that she missed. Really could not. Really didn't need that.
I'm here. As you wish.
Oh, good.
Maybe we should just go for the priest. I don't know. Ow.
What do you need?
Okay, that'll do. Armor penetration. Help that out.
For the homeland.
Really trying to take the pirate captain out. Because he's really hurting us here. Please be gentle. He did a cleave and killed his own captain.
What can I do?
I'll take it. Please stay away from me, ogre.
Very well.
Please fuck off. Please fuck off.
Yes?
Hate you. Leave me alone. Ooh, he does not like corrode. Doesn't like acid damage. Good to know. Leave me alone.
I'm all right.
Big heal.
There's something I can do. I'm on it.
You were saying?
Goodbye. There goes the priest. Move over too near your bird. Oh. Is that 103 damage? What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Of course, these guys do corrosion damage as well. So, he really hates this. Man, this ogre.
What can I do?
Going down.
Take this.
Oh, good.
Stay together.
We seem to do like random elemental damage. Does it do that and I never noticed? Oh, it's raw. Okay. Oh wait, no, never mind. She does. Our weapon does. It does burn when we're above 50% and freeze when we're below. Okay. And eager lover times 8. Better attack speed when we get hits. That's the ability. Eager lover.
What do you need?
We're not having a thing with our sword. I swear. We only have eyes for Shodi.
Yeah.
Maybe we should sit. Let's run up to him.
Hogwash.
Shit.
I'm listening.
My, wounding shot. Damn. Didn't do great, did it? Oh, the tentacles... One of the tentacles can still hit him from there. Good to know. Good to know.
Aye.
Aye.
What can I do? As you wish.
Just like that. Happy to oblige.
Is it down to hurt yet? No, but we might as well
Lovely
do this. Nearly kill him in one go. There we are. Very nice. Well, that was...
Nice and quiet.
That was a fight. Oh, there's a guy there. Oh, were they going to try to eat him? Bones scored by jagged cuts and picked clean of meat and marrow line a disorganized heap. Kith meat recipe. Ugh. Paper's ragged edge and stained with grease. Notes in a barely legible hand detail the preparation of a dish from the cook's childhood called sweet tongue terrine, substituted with meat of an unusual provenance. The bottom someone has scrawled, "Make for Illian and June when I get back home." Please don't do that. Don't serve your family people meat.
Indeed.
Yes, we'll get to you in a second, my friend. Don't worry. Ooh, blood-soaked grimoire.
What did you find, Ishi?
Ooh, secrets? For you, grimoire. Parasitic staff, use the vital essence, bounding missile still. Good, good. Okay, that's an interesting one, actually. I kind of like that. We have all these books that we're not using because we're just really focused on attack. That's kind of what we're doing with him, is just pure death. Ningoth's Shadow Flame's a nice one. So if I were to switch out your book for this one.
I shall put it to good use. Aye.
We have Fan of Flame still. It's Black in Sight. We still have Fireball, which is good. We have the Tentacles still, good. Shadow Flame, Wall of Flame. Bitter Mooring and Torrent of Flame. I think we're going to rock that. I will keep Aloth's Grimoire in his pockets, just to have it, but I think we might use Ningoth's for a bit. I remember Shadow Flame here being pretty good. And it still has a bit of fire. It's fire and ice. And he does have Sign of Flame, so fire attacks. We should probably get the Corrosion one too. He uses Corrosion a lot.
Aye.
Hello, friend. You found a middle-aged dwarf tied to a post. A pile of bloody refuse scattered at his feet. His beard is a matted mess and his face is streaked with dirt. Despite his haggard state, twists against his bonds when you approach.
Bless your neckers. You're just in time. Another moment more and I would have been done.
I love you. What happened here?
It's a right sorry tale, I'm afraid to say. Our ship, a beautiful ship she was too, ran aground in a storm. Waves so high we couldn't see a damn thing, you understand? Come to discover this here island's about as barren as an ancient lecher's bed. Not a scrap of nothing edible on it. And none of us were especially keen to take our turn about the wheel, so...
He trails off, unable to meet your eye.
As the months wore on and no one came looking for us, we started running low on crew and, victuals. I think while few of us were left here at the end, might have gone a little nutty.
Who are you, then?
Jordu, red-handed of the Impostors Lament. Well, formerly of the Impostors Lament. Something of a lifelong deckhand I am. Picked up cooking in the last few months, too. Meat's my speciality, on account of the, well, you know, the business here, with the cannibalism.
Sure. I mean, we're going to untie him, just let him go.
Thank you mightily.
Takes a moment to flex and bend his hands, working the circulation back into them. His lips twist into a grimace when he runs his fingers over the deep bruises the ropes left.
Say, you got a ship? Couldn't get here without one, right? You by chance have any spots open for an old dwarf like me? I might not look it, but I'm a deft hand with the rigging. can even cook some.
Why not? We're collecting a menagerie of, honestly, freaks, and I love it. Sure, cannibal dwarf. Let's go. Welcome.
I owe you one, Captain. A death like this,
What could go
I'm
wrong?
not sure I'll ever be able to repay you.
What could go wrong?
You like stew? I got a great recipe. Flavor's real different, like nothing you ever tasted. I'll make it for you. You know, and thanks.
I instantly regret this. Gives you a quick wink and nod, heading back to the ship. The way he said, "Sir, we're not going to make him a cook.
I shall.
Don't make him a cook. Whatever we do." Ding. Some of the bones in this pile are cracked and bleached with age. Okay, so it doesn't go any deeper, it seems. Oh, a note on the provenance and ruination of Neketaka's old city. Excerpt from a lecture given for the annual convention of the Academy of Architectural Historians in Adir. Close examination by learned parties suggests that Neketaka is significantly older than it might first appear. We take as our example the supporting wound in the city's side, which the locals most charmingly refer to as the gullet. On its face, it's not considerably different from your average slum, and it contains all that one might expect of such a place. Desperate poverty, wrenching hunger, tavern fare brimming with miscreants, and a flourishing criminal culture. Of course, has its own unique offering as well, a towering pile of garbage dumped into the district from the more affluent neighborhoods above it. It is, in every sense, abominable. The Juana leadership should be ashamed. But I digress. For more interested in the caste stratifications among the Juana, the bones their cities built upon, but beneath the gullet lies a vast cavern littered with the remains of an ancient city, referred to simply as the Old City by the denizens, the sunken metropolis notable for two reasons. Its architecture is markedly different in style, form, and apparent use from the architecture of modern Neketaka. There's no readily available explanation for the old city's destruction that's not already been considered and discounted by those inclined to study it. My peers here in the Academy and beyond believe the old city's destruction is clearly the fault of the region's energetic volcanism and subsequent tectonic rumblings. I would caution against grasping at such easy solutions, however. Consider the following. The Juana have lived in the region for thousands of years. Earthquakes are no more surprise to them than the archipelago's daily soaking rains. None in Aora match their sheer creativity and expertise in building to withstand these events. Moreover, for all their flexibility in building construction, the Juana's tastes have proven to be remarkably stable over time, showing a clear preference for designs that mimic the rhythm and shapes of the natural world. The old city shows me none of these things. Indeed, what remains was constructed primarily of stone cut in austere blocks. The buildings are arranged in a manner not dissimilar from those prevalent in the Ingwithan ruins that dot the landscape. With those 2 points in mind, it does not seem prudent to ask whether the old city's Juana an origin, and, if it is not, who built it, and, finally, what destroyed it. Interesting. Ooh. That was a fun little adventure into the Cannibal Cave. Aha. Island name. Should I just call it Cannibal Cave or something? Cannibal something? I feel like that fits. What do we think? I think something cannibal. How about that? Isla de Remy, but cannibal. We're just going to call every single island this, but in parentheses have like a different descriptor. Sure. It's so stupid, I love it. Everyone's going to be Isla de Remy, but in parentheses something different. That's going to get out of hand fast, I bet. I love it. A light fog curls about your ankles. Breathless, whispering voices calls to you from the darkness. They cry in half-uttered sentences, in moans, gurgles, screams. With few words you can make out among the chorus, beg for mercy, for an end to their pain. Oof. The dead do not suffer the living. Wisps wander around your torso and cling to your skin. The cries become shouts, and the chorus screams. The fog thickens so you see nothing but its swirling, ghostly shape. Dark forms appear in the fog. They encircle you one moment and disappear the next. Let's nudge our girl to have the lantern out. I think it's time for you lost lot to find the light. This way now. That's right. The dense fog swirls into Shoti's lantern. You hear the faint tink of metal striking the ground. Bend down to examine it, discover a small necklace. The stone at its center sparkles with the red of a fire's dancing flame. Unhindered by the fog, you're now free to continue exploring the island. God, Ellis... Oh, that's where the locket went. How did it end up out here? Oh, did her spirit take it with her? Plus 10 accuracy against spirits and 1 intellect. Crafted from silver inlaid with bloodstone, necklace bears a short inscription to Deer identifying the owner, the former first mate of the impostor's lament. Within its compartment rests a curled lock of light brown hair. Spiritual essence infuses the pendant, lending both it and its wearer an otherworldly air. We're going to keep that in the pocket here, but yeah, it would fit best for a caster type, wouldn't it? And then this is the ruins, the shipwreck of the Imposter's Lament. Let's start going through it. Some coins. Cannon. There's a lot of liquids. Medicine. Null flag. Alright. We're not going to feed people kith meat. Thank you very much. We're not going to make a cannibal crew. That seemed like a bad idea. Although it does have a very interesting new meaning to part of the ship, part of the crew, doesn't it? Okay, off we go again. Let's begin exploring... Oh, that's a master captain. No, thank you. Kangati Islands. There's like a little shanty going on. Some more repair supplies. What are these? New islands. That's a volcano. Things. Yeah, we're down exploring the bottom of the map. Rice farm. I mean, I will just buy all this because I can. Alright, stash. Sell you all of these things that we've picked up that I don't want. Valiant plate. Keep a couple robes, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. We should remember these potions. We should use these potions more. Shouldn't we? Ooh. Antidotes are worth quite a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna sell all the kith meat, thank you. I don't want it. We're not making cannibals. We're not doing it. No, thank you. I guess we should keep some of these, because we might end up, when we have our extra ship. 8H. Filled with rice. I mean, these stops do well for just random supplies, don't they? Fresh fruit, more supplies. How far down can we go? That far down. That answers that question. Alright, yeah, we're just going to clear the map out a bit of the fog. Just a little bit. A lot of empty ocean. Tahika fishing pools. What are you? You stand on the forecastle, gazing out at clear skies and gentle seas. The chattering of your crew darkens, adopting an ominous tone. Gathered at the starboard railing, they peer at the sea. By the gods, Hema mutters. The surface of the sea swells. An enormous, glowing, shapeless surface. Guess we'll try to identify it. We're fairly knowledgeable in a lot of things. Okay, only one breed of glowing sea life of this size to your knowledge. The resplendent phantom. Their sweet flesh makes them a popular quarry among whale hunters. A long, pale creature breaks the surface of the water. Its skin is translucent. Freckled with phosphorescence can make out the ghostly outlines of luminous organs beneath it. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. It rolls slightly, staring back at you with a glowing blue eye. The nerve behind it's as thick as a halyard. Old Ingram smiles. This one's young still. Let's reach out for its mind. Let's talk to a whale. Open yourself to the creature's thought. You feel the potent pulse of its soul tingle at the edge of your own consciousness. It feels particularly intricate. Its mind almost as complex as a kith's. Yes. Yep. We're not killing a baby whale. The magnificent creature continues alongside your ship for many hours. Low, mournful music rises above the light percussion of the waves, and a gentle peace envelops your crew. When the night falls, the beast is beside you still, a comfort at light in the darkness. By morning, it's gone. The sense of calm it brought remains. Okay. Pretty. Very pretty. Nope. Get the thing, please. And let's head back to Port Mage briefly. Just so I would like to rest so that we can get. Actually, should we? She's a little hurt, but I don't know exactly where to tell. Oh, yeah, injuries are reducing her health. Let's go to Port Mage, sell a couple things. Supply. We have Archer's old robe still. I forgot about that. Lover's Embrace. A very nice dagger. Well, actually, we don't have much to sell, do we? We sold most of it. Yeah, good to know. Instead, Valiant Hullbreaker. Ooh. Close range cannons, huh? Okay, 4 to 7 damage. Versus... I mean, this is up close. The Hognose is 4 to 7 as well. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy 2 of those. Oh, I only have 1. Okay. Let's see. Still give it... Hand it over. I guess starboard side will have... So if you're getting too close, remember to keep this side if they're long range. If they're too close, turn the other. Okay. It's pretty cool. We will enter to the Kraken's Eye. Have a rest, help people out. Right around time for a break as well. And then about at least an hour-ish. Imagine.
Didn't think you'd come back here. Don't tell me you wrecked your ship again.
Gives your crooked smile, turning black to the glass. He's wiping clean.
Sure thing.
Okay, we got charisma, diplomacy, intimidate, bluff. I agree. Alright, thank you very much. She's healed up. We did lose the bonus of like extra spells and casts, but I didn't want to go all the way back to Neketaka for a room. Seemed a bit much. We get everything we have from this, actually.
Quaint place. The Republic sure know how to gussy up a village.
Fresh fish!
Hello
We
there.
have supplies here for have a look.
Death's Maw. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just a cool helmet. It is cool. And, I mean, no one's really showing their worn
We have a look.
headwear anyway. So, you know what? I'll get Death's Maw. Sure. What benefit? Shooty probably would. No, we're gonna keep it hidden.
Pamper me too much and I'll grow to like it.
Of course.
Faster, you lot! Let's get off this rock!
Hello? Galleon.
I'm on the next ship out of here. Unless you're here
Race
to
you
kick
to
me
the
off
coral.
the docks this
No
time.
contest.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What? Just because you have webbed fingers and I can't swim? You are a strange man.
Yep. Back out on the sea we go. Leave by sea. 3 minutes. Yep, that's fine. 3 minutes to get down the dock. Alright. That's a good place to take a quick break. I'll be back in probably about 5-ish minutes. Probably a shorter break. Because probably not doing more than 4 hours. Probably another hour at most. I imagine. But yeah, be right back. See you soon. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Let's power through the last hour or so, shall we? Let's get to it. Sound is on, right? Yes, it is. Good. You can hear like sea shanties. I love a good sea shanty. Can't go wrong with it. Just trying to clear out some of this fog. Also, just kind of explore what's around, because we went up here. I want to see what's down in this corner of the map. We have to go back to Fort Deadlight at some point. Maybe we'll do that right here. Let's use on this island first. Burial site, ruined tower. Okay. Who are you? You are very big and scary. I do not want to fight you. Please go away. Hello? There we are. Okay, that's weird. Valiant Mill. Can we get things from you? Sure, buy some hardtack and logger. Solid, solid. Sorry, we didn't pick up anything new, so... could sell him a gun, but... no, we're just gonna buy some... because, I mean, hardtack we should put at the very back, because... we don't want them eating that unless they have to. The same with water. Keep the water in the very back. Because it does lower morale slightly to have. Because they like the fancy stuff. I mean, not fancy. You know, they want to have a little flavor. And hardtack has no flavor. Come upon a flight of wide steps that send deep into the earth. Chill air radiates from a dark doorway at the bottom of the stairs. Smells faintly of dust and cold stone. We're at a graveyard, a more traditional, like, continental burial tradition. Found some scoria. A pendant with an infernal light, a dragon pendant, curiously warm to the touch. What? Dragon pendant. Tooth of a juvenile dragon. Gives breath of flames, which looks like just a fan of flames. Call the clutch. Summon desert worms, young drake worms, once per rest. +1 burn armor rating and slash armor rating. That feels like something that thematically just really fits Alof. Because fire. Even though I love his necklace, it's very helpful. He still has 16 intellect, which is solid. And he can maybe get like a ring or armor that increases it. If we want to upgrade his armor, which we can do, I think we should enchant it with fine first of all. But elementally stable, and then structurally stable. Burn, corrode, freeze, shock, and then crush armor rating. Or +1 defense against transmutation, evocation, and illusion attacks, and then +1 pierce and slash armor rating. I like that. I like the elemental style of it. I mean, his weapon can also be enchanted. He currently has Revelation. Frightens Kiths on a critical hit. Get Misothiest. Grants the party a chance to reflect punishment and condemnation attacks. Reject the punishment of the gods. Huh. Got our fancy armor here. Ardent, +5 will increases his health is lost. Or a chance to slash attack enemy when hit with slash damage in melee. Interesting. Dare his armor, his Saint's War armor. Get rock solid if we get one of those, or veteran scars. Maybe I do like this, but we probably shouldn't spend all of our money starting off with Sharpshooters Garb. Low profile if we had a Sapphire. Gunnery, return fire. Converts 50% of ranged weapon hits to crits for one round. They're missed by a ranged weapon, or steel threaded, just some extra armor rating. Cool. There's a lot there. But now Aloth can Dragon's Breath, which is always fun. And he's one free, I think, per day Fan of Flames. Unless it's per encounter, I think it's probably per day, right? One per rest. Losing my voice, apparently. Ruined tower from rising from the top of a low hillock. Wooden stone structure stained by oily smoke residue. Smattering of masonry spread out from the tower's base in a wide fan. Seems to have suffered some kind of explosion. Now 2 scrolls of Fan of Flames. Some coins. How many more can he hold? He has 5 already, okay. I mean, he just likes his scrolls, doesn't he? What are we gonna craft? What can we craft? Crafting. Let's check. We can craft some drugs. Explosives. Unstable soul essence. AoE of health restored. Oh. Interesting. Food. Positive. Fried ugly kapati. Corpse loaf. Gross. Candied nuts. Some potions. Defensive potions. We should remember this. We should use more of these. Luminous Audra potion. Hello. That's probably pretty good. Removes all injuries, +2 all skills until rest. Well, damn. We really have to remember that, then. Boiling Spray, Cleansing Flame, Crackling Bolt. Meteor Shower, excuse you. We can make a Meteor Shower scroll. It's not that expensive, either. We just need 15 Arcana to use the thing. Okay. Scroll of Great Abjuration, Insect Swarm, Stag's Horn. I'm gonna craft one of those. And, craft one of those as well. Now, this she can probably use. Does she not have 3? She doesn't have 3 Arcana. Okay. We'll have to remember to buff up her Arcana in the future then. Aloth can actually use a Revive the Fallen scroll. Keep that in mind. Oh, that's this island done. It's a bit more to the southwest here. But I think we're going to loop around this side and go up to Fort Deadlight. Just keep on going. Because this area is a little too tough for us over here, this island. There's a storm here. Let's avoid it. Please. Go around this way. Stay away. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Into the fort. I think we've passed the part where she wants to talk to us. Let's talk to her anyway and see what happens. Yeah, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be? Oh god, what's going on?
You're the captain who Aldi's invited to parley, ain't you? I'm to keep an eye out.
Oh no. No, I'm just enjoying the ambiance. Plus, as I said, I am pretty out of it, so I'm not going to be going for more than another half hour, 45 for that reason. But no, I'm fine. It's a low energy kind of day. He's to keep an eye out. He taps a finger beneath his one eye that isn't covered by a black patch.
It's so I can provide you an escort when you arrive.
Sure. Lead on.
Right this way, Captain. It's my pleasure to show our honored guest around. Aye, it sure is.
I don't like the way he said that. Yeah, just, you know, some days are more tired than the rest. It's how it be, isn't it? It's fading very slowly. I don't know what's happening. Hello?
You must be Captain. Glad you could make it, Lovesome.
Lovesome? I'm already taken, ma'am. The battle-hardened captain rubs the underside of her chin as she regards you pleasantly. Her mist-colored eyes, one raven-wing black, the other an icy blue, rove up and down your face.
Like what you see?
A golden swollen gleams against the scarred skin of her chest. When you notice it, she flips it to reveal the mark of her status on the other side.
The mark on this side. It means I'm the second highest rank on the Council of Captains. I'm but one chair below that cockrot Ferrante. I see you met my right hand and fourth chair on the Council of Captains. He can be a real trying sort, but I trust him with my life.
Don't like him, he's a dick.
Truer words were never spoken.
Those are head back and laughs, as she did.
Oh, I do like you. I think we will get along splendidly, aye.
A sly smile tugs at the corner of her lips. She spins the golden sword on its string at her chest. She's trying to get us to look at her, trying to bring her eyes down. No thank you, ma'am.
I admire a man who doesn't back down. You've got guts, and not just smattered in your hair. I'd like to partner with you.
Can ask what sort of thing she likes to do in her leisure time. Could we? We're not going to, but I imagine that you could probably have a role around with her. Yeah, I got your message.
Forgive me for dragging you all this way, but I find the proposition of a partnership best works in person. Me and mine within the Principe would make for powerful allies on your side. But would you give us loyalty in return? That I'd like to know.
I mean, we kind of are pirates. Do we want to be their friends? Who would we be pissing off if we became friends with the pirates? What's sexier than a pirate confederation, though? Nothing, that's what. Kind of inclined, I'll be honest. Nice music. Nice, relaxing music. Yeah, I've thought about it. Yes, if we form the partnership, we might get loyalty.
Suppose we have to give each other a test. Make sure it's a good fit. Say you wanted to entice an alliance of like-minded captains. You might start by aiding one of my best in Neketaka. She smuggles through the Undercroft.
I see, that's why it's connected. We're already doing that.
Goes by the name of Mad Morena, she does. And let me tell you, Dove, she's earned the moniker.
Sure.
That's the spirit, Swabby. You'll be seated next to me on the Council of Captains in no time at all.
Could we be friends with the
You
pirates?
have a bright future ahead of you, Watcher. See that you don't tarnish it by flying the wrong pirate's flag. Out with the stale and in with the new, eh? I know you've met with Ferrante, that you may even be working for him, that pribbling cock-rot.
Doesn't like him. The flicker of fingers, she swipes a goblet of God's killer rum off of her desk, takes a long swig before pointing at you.
But that doesn't mean you can't partner with me instead. Don't do anything to let him catch on. Just keep me appraised of certain future events as they shape up.
You want me to spy for you?
How clever you are.
Waggles her brows cheekily over her mist-colored eyes.
No need to commit to it now. You just think on it the next time you're toiling for a man who'd happily gut you. After you've done his bidding, given half the chance. When the time's right, we'll set our strategy. Well, what can I do, you lovesome?
I guess we're going to be friends with pirates. Why not? Tell me about, there's apparently new blood in the Principe.
We're the future, and we ain't going nowhere. We're pirates, lovesome. We own this sea, and the sea loves us back in her twisted way. Ferrante pines for a homeland he's never seen. But what does old Valia mean to me or my crew? We're not Valian, and we never will be. Though if you're Valian and you want to join our bloodline, you're more than welcome.
Weren't you... yeah, they were founded by refugees from Old Valia. Yeah.
Generations ago. And I grew like a weed in the deerwood, you see? You say Consueglo me casitas.
Oh.
I say Council of Captains. You say Principe. I say best pirates in the Deadfire. You say Swollenet. I say... well, some things stay the same.
I like her. I don't know. I like her. We'll be friends. Potion of Ringrim's repulsive visage. Yeah. What in here is stealing? Nothing's stealing, strangely enough. Okay. Just nab it all. Have we actually been in here? We haven't. This is the dungeon. Yeah, we never had the chance to go down here. Nutshells lie scattered along the ashes at the foot of this warm fire.
I'll try my best. Hope that helped.
Bounding boots grants a leap. Twice per rest, leap high into the air, crash down upon their foes, dazing them. Ah. Who does not have boots and would like boots? You have stride and resolve. Stealth. Stride. I mean, it also would probably be pretty good for just getting around, right? Yeah, range of 15. I'm actually going to give him to Aloth. Because even if we don't necessarily want him in melee... Also, actually, if he jumps in dazes, he does have added by this Torrent of Flame. So he could jump in and just explode in fire. But it also seems like a good thing to be useful for kind of getting around. Oh, that's Triumph for our ship. Of course. Yes. Probably a good idea to get him around. Out we go. We can just take him. Oh, there's traps around here, though. We have to keep that in mind.
Just a moment, please. It's no trouble.
Yeah, no trouble for us, though.
Indeed.
A briny wind howls against the window. Down to court? To court. It's been so long since we've been in this place. I don't actually really remember the layout. I remember there's a smith here, though. Do you think they have a good gun? Good arquebus for Maya? Help her out a bit. Oh, I see. A Deadlight Core. There we are. Yep. Benwith, there's Siri, there's I can't remember his Saragan. That what his name was? The little furry boy. Saragan. Seraphin. Okay. I was close. What the hell was that noise? The Forge. Yes, here we are. I think we've been in the Forge. Let's go in anyway. Let's see what they have for sale. It's been a while since we've been here. We've gotten a few levels and a decent amount of money since we've been here last. Okay, yeah, shortcut to the docks. Can we actually buy anything here? No? Okay. There's a merchant somewhere, though, that I know. I think to the east. Eastern side. All the way over there. So let's head over there. Sell a few of the things we got. See if they have anything interesting. Didn't we let you out? Oh no, that was someone else. Ah, No Nut
You're
Ned.
shopping for barkers or blades? Right away.
No Nut Ned. Forgot about that. The Bloody Lynx. No, not compare it. Compare it to ours, because we wear mail. They're both exceptional. Slash and shock, crush and freeze. This gives better deflection than increases with our intimidate skill. This gives blood price, which, when we're bloodied, +5 to all defense. That is an option. Killer's gloves, better crit range with weapons. Grab that. I think we should get rope and grappling hook, flint and tinder, a pickaxe, just good things to have. And to sell, we should get rid of a couple things. We can get rid of this trap. We'll keep the guns. At some point there will be things that we really have no use for, but I kind of want to just keep the magic stuff around just to have. No, that's fine. We still have more than 10,000. Killer's gloves. Better crit damage with weapons. You have max discipline, which is nice. Because when you crit, you do a lot of damage because of your weapon. Actually, oh no, because of her other things. So actually this fixes it. It's shown as -5% crit damage instead of -15. That's right. Guns have a worse crit. I guess to try to balance them out a bit.
Are you ready to meet our command? Well, she didn't say I had to show you right up. I'll send someone to tell her you're here.
We already went, my
Give
man,
her some
but
time to prepare. In the meantime,
he grins sloppily as he tips his hat to you.
You know where to find me if you change your mind, Captain.
Oh, so is that just like essentially like fast travel to her in the future, I guess. Just talk to him and he sends us up on our way. I guess. Right. Dunnage. Why did we have to go to Dunnage again? It was for... No, not that. Captain Ferrante sent me to go to Dunnage. The head of this group, the Council of Captains, has a potential business opportunity. We would need to bring Seraphin with us. No, we should head back towards Neketaka slowly. I'm going to explore along the way a bit, clear the map out, but... Little fishing village. Just because I like clearing the fog. I don't know why, it's just nice. Derelict Valian ship. Bedru points at the ship in the distance. Galleon, Captain, a three-master, or it was. Naught remains of the ship's foremast, save a splintered stump, and the bowsprit has been sheared off. See how they crippled her? That's the work of pirates. Principe, most likely. Probably that's their upstarts if they're raiding this close to Valian patrol routes. Eldengrim leans in close. They'll have taken any gold, but they might have left supplies. Arena, who is our deckhand ocean folk... Okay, shouldn't stick around. If the Valiants is plundering one of their ships, they won't give us a chance to explain. That might be smart. Because they would have taken anything of value. So maybe we should just leave. Once the ships disappear behind you, the crew abandons nervous glances for relieved laughter. Bit of morale gain. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't try to get tangled up in that. Where do Valian... There's a mill in Queen's Birth. Okay. Maybe let's try to sneak into the mill then. I'm just clearing a little bit more of the fog. For no real reason, honestly. Just because. Kua'o Rekuhu Islands. 1,000 XP for just finding the name on the map. Okay. Is there a setting to stop it moving to the ship when I do? Hold on. Sea motion. Is that it? No, it's not. Controls camera. Maybe. I don't know, whatever. Just a little more exploring. Crew event. You find two of the crew members playing a game in the hold. Okay. Oh, fuck, this game again. This is from White March. You examine cargo in the hold when the sound of whispers and muted laughter draws you deeper into the darkness. You've carefully run a stack of crates to find Hema and Chutubek engaged in a round of Orland's Head. Hema salutes. Hello, Captain. I'm putting down copper on Orland's Head if you're looking to join a round. We'll just ask, because to remind ourselves. Carving Orland to the mast like so. He grins, gesturing at a crudely rendered figure with comically large ears and a rabbit nose. Then you throw daggers at it. Each part is worth a different number of points on account of some being harder hit than others. The nose, for example, is worth a lot of points. Sure. What the fuck? The neighbor has their fucking motorcycle out. Of course they do. I hope that you can't hear that. Yeah, I'll play around, I guess. Hema chuckles, produces a dagger, spends an unnecessary length of time aiming the shot before loosing it at the Orlin. Sinks it to the nose. 10 points for Hema. Can we top that? Probably not. We could attempt to cheat. We're gonna try it too. In the skin. 1 point. Into the nose again for him. Is he cheating? Fine, go for the ears, I guess. 2 points. The mouth for 5. I guess we'll try the nose again. The mouth. We're just throwing daggers at 8 points and he got 25. I feel like he was cheating. But you know what? We got some sailor experience, so... better luck next time, Captain. Getting back to duty now. You know what? It helped with morale of the ship, though. 50 copper for 5 morale. That's a pretty good deal. This is the middle of the map, then, is it? I'm just filling out the explored map, to be honest. Now let's head back to Neketaka. Go forth. I do like that you can just set a course and it'll do it on its own. Are we being attacked? We're being pursued, are we? They are fat. They have better health. They have more crew. Can we attempt to flee? 48% chance? Shit, okay. They are attacking. Swinging themselves to starboard, probably to line up some cannon shots. Our best course of action, just fucking barrel towards them because we want to board them. Though the fleet of foot turning a vessel of their size still takes time. I think when we have a bigger ship or more ships, we could probably have some more in-depth. Right now, we just have to get on board. The ship comes to a stop. Yeah, just forward. Must be very intimidating, just us charging directly at them. They're still stopping. Actually. Oh wait, no, that was the wrong way. They fired their cannons and managed to hit us. I did turn the wrong direction. I meant to go the other way. However... yes, now we can manage, because I think we have a really good cannon, right? It's a pretty decent one. Oh, they have a lot. One hit, one miss. That's not a lot of damage. 10 damage. You know what? Fuck. Again, we're just going right for them. Injured crew and 2 damage to below deck crew. Fuck it. Just going for them. Evasive maneuvers. They're right on board. Prepare to board. Let's go. Throw some hooks and on we go. We can fare much better in this type of combat. Our ship, not meant for combat, really. Not a lot going on. Us, though. Well, hopefully we can. Hopefully we can manage. Because they were relatively high level, though. Devoted slave and slavers. Okay. Weather Wizard, Slaver. I think Weather Wizard's probably the... They have 2 wizards. Okay.
Yes?
Okay. He has new spells. Oh, he doesn't have the bounding missile anymore, does he? Shit. When would... Oh, no, it's too slow. Oh, yes. Summon the clutch. Bring forth the dragons. Shiza. Start running this way. Line that way. They all have... Are those just daggers? I guess they didn't arm their crew very well. Ow. Rude. Alright. This should be interesting.
Happy to oblige.
Shody. Burn them.
I'm here.
They made the mistake of getting close.
Oh, good.
64 damage. Not bad. Mirka. Oh yeah, our little drunk Orland friend. She's a monk, and she just killed the man. Killed him with her bare hands in one turn. Monks, man. Don't disregard monks. 50 damage. Oh yeah, we got this. We're fine. Considering that 2/3 of their crew are just... They're just oh my god. The game took a second to think. Didn't like that, did it? We have a desert worm, a worm, and a young drake. We can't control them though, so... Well, I'll take that for it's doing its damage, but also it did just breathe fire on us, which is a little unfortunate, a little annoying. We need to remember that and be careful that they will just indiscriminately fire breath us. Good to know. Edwin.
Yes?
Can use your fancy fireball. The cold fireball, which I remember from the first game was a very good spell. We used it a lot in the latter half. Don't kill Shody, please.
I'm here.
Us, Vok. All you can do is attack. Please. There we go.
Just like that. Happy to oblige.
Heal yourself as well. Now that you're healed. These people are rather low. It would kill them, I think. Instead, do that. Because I don't want to waste Aloth's spell. Let's save her spell for the other half of the boat.
I'm on it.
Worm, Seraphim, Maya, Young Drake, Spiritual Weapon. Fireball's coming eventually.
Your orders?
Or not quite a fireball, I guess. Ice ball. Ooh.
Still got it.
Crossed the deck of the ship, shot it right in the head. It's dead. Oh yeah, there's wizards over there. Please. Okay, good. Oh, it killed it. Killed the slaver. It might get tagged with the fireball, but...
What can I do you for?
Maybe run over here. You're gonna get hit? Yeah, that's fine.
Be on seek.
60 damage, not bad. Oh, yeah, it paralyzes, doesn't it? That's right.
Yes?
Hell yeah. Now, the worm is paralyzed, but you know what? I'll take it. Acceptable loss, considering it just fire breathed us. Wall of fire. There's the torrent of flame. Come on. You're fine, you're fine. I know that we're going to win, which is why I'm doing that. I want to try this out. See what this spell entails. If they even live that long. Which, no, they're not going to. Someone's casting Sunbeam. Ow. That hurt. Bonk. You still have to deal with the wizards.
I need a drink.
There you go, Mirka. Take him out. She's doing well. Adair. I mean, it's going to die before. Are we slowed? Crippling strike. Ah. That would do it.
Speak freely.
Probably should have went for that one, but whatever.
There's a walloping.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's good damage. Okay. Oh, you fucker. Hate that. America got knocked out. That's fine. Again, we're going to win this one easily. Just, it's a little messier than I'd have liked. These dragons, though. Shit.
How may I help?
Alright, Aloth. They're there. You know what? Let's summon tentacles so when they come back from, their, little withdraw. We're hobbled, blinded, flanked. We're just a bit fucked up. You know what? We said we wanted to start using more potions, so let's take that, just in case this goes on a bit longer than we'd hoped.
Something I can do?
Dare. Yes. Actually... I don't think you can actually reach them. Well, you can do this. There we are. 41 damage, not bad, not bad. Can you get concussive strike off? Yes, you can. Shoot it right in the head. Break their concentration, and they're dead. Yeah, they're still withdrawn.
Happy to oblige.
But when they come back, they're not going to be happy. Who can I hit? There we are. Hit everybody. Took a little maneuvering, but we managed it. Now we just have to wait 2 more rounds, I believe. Right, one more round. It says. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm not worried. We've easily got this.
Yeah.
We just have to wait for the coward to come out of his shell. He's in here like a turtle.
Captain.
I'm here.
One more round? Okay.
What can I do you for?
You're like a scared turtle.
How may
Really
I
just
help?
wasting our time at this point.
Yes?
Yeah?
The tentacles are gone. Shit, okay. Seraphin, then Shorty, and where the hell are you going?
Happy to oblige.
That's this fuck boy. Come on, you bastard. I know you're in there. Come on. You're wasting everyone's time. Let's go.
Oh? Your orders?
Yeah.
Ugh.
What do you need?
Thank you, finally. Just about to get destroyed. Oh, that was just rude. Just shake them on the ground. They're just lying there, and you walked up and stabbed them like a fucking kidney. What the hell, man? You know what? I'm just going, just in case Maya misses, we're just going to do this very unceremoniously. But I think she should be. Oops. Let's be fancy with it. A duck roll shoot. Get fancy with it. And defeated. Luca and Hema both had wounds. One a cracked bone, one a puncture wound. But we have gained a rank as... We've gained a rank as captain. You're taking all the items. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Rather difficult.
Okay. We I also think we saw we got an exceptional arquebus, which is an improvement for Maya. Bye, you bastard. They tried. They really tried. Yeah, she has a fine now. She's got an exceptional. Ooh, look at that. That is very nice design. Hell yeah. And we have Crookspur colors. The Slavers of Crookspur. Okay. I'm just going to throw all this in here. Grog. What sailor doesn't love grog? It's just watered down rum, realistically. Actual rum will keep on hand for a bit. You're staying down below, Mr. Cannibal. I'd rather not have the cook be a cannibal cook. Where the hell are we going? Up here. Yes. A little less morale. Oh, that's right. Right. Oh, we might have to make... Oh, no, we could put Aren as a cook. She's pretty. And Navigator. Worthless idiot can be the Navigator while we let them heal. And that is... We didn't name him that. That's the imp's name, is Worthless Idiot. We didn't do that to him. I forgot, yeah, that you have to put them... You have to take them off the active crew for them to heal. Into the city. First of all, let's go to supply. Bone frame hull. What the Do they have... They have long guns and double bronzers. They don't have the fancy ones that we got. Oof. That health might be nice. Can we get the anchor? No, we can't. That's a very expensive anchor. The helm's expensive. It's all expensive. Light lanterns. Travel speed. You know what? I'm going to get one. Why not? An erratic fire leaps violently against the glass of this lantern. Dispensing with the traditional oil and wick of most naval lights, this vessel is actually a small prison containing a single flame blight. Distressed and frustrated, the blight concentrates its escape attempts against the only visible aperture, the window, which makes for a most effective beam to light the way, plus 10% travel speed. It's pretty good. And we can now sell off all of these things that we just picked up. Because I'm not going to keep... I'm gonna keep some of the stuff that looks nice, but that's about it. Alright, so let's get rid of a couple of extra of those. Like 4 of those. Sell, what's the most expensive? Black pearls are pretty good. This 15 jades. Let's sell like 5 jades. 8 of those. We have a lot of random things. I'm gonna get down to a lot of these down to 10, I think. Larvae. Delicious. Shovel them in your mouth. Vessel bones as well. Palm slats. I can deal with that. We'll still be over 10k. Hell yeah. So going to our thing, we now have fancy blight lanterns. That's cool. I like that. What if we have to go to Valian ports to get the hull breaker? I like the sound of the hull breaker. Also supply, do they have... They have the logger. Rice. Actually, refill. Yeah, that'll do. And just like that, in we go. Queen's birth to the wild mare. And we're going to rest, maybe buy some food off of this guy. We have a couple bounties to take in. We can take in the quest of the map. We have to break into the Audra Mill, but we might save that one for next time. We're going to rest and take care of the bounties here and there, though. We have 2 bounties to return. I think. Biakara. Taheus Aboko. This is in the Brass Citadel. Ah. This is Baradi in Serpent's Crown. Okay.
I suppose it can't be helped.
My hunter.
Here you go.
What do I? You have done us both a favor. My esteem in the
1600.
bounty community rises, and hunters come to buy me drinks. My friend, you have drained the wellspring and made us both very famous. If you have not spoken to her yet, find the Goldpack Knight Okauro in Sacred Stair. She can give you more work.
Nice doing business with you. Okay, that's where we have to go. We'll head out. First of all, let's buy... Do you have... Yeah. Private dance room. Just because it's the best. Honestly, it's probably the best tavern room in the game so far. +1 to all skills, +1 to first level castings. Oh yeah. So we have to go to the Brass Citadel, go to Sacred Stair, Serpent's Crown. Oh, we know we have to go to the map shop. The map man. Yeah, that'll be it. We're just turning in the last couple quests. That's not a word. to Mapman. Oops, nope, that's the wrong button. I always do that. I mean to hit tab, but I hit tilde instead. Wait, where's the map shop? There it is. Map Emporium. I love a good map. That's probably about probably about half, actually no, more like 2/3 of the stuff I have on my walls are just maps.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you?
Yeah, we have more material for your book.
Ah, how exciting. Let's see here. Goodness.
Cannibal Cave.
That's not what I was expecting. And so close to Porto Maggi. You've done wonderfully. Ah, this book will be the best thing since Cassini's adventures, and that was all romantic rubbish. Here, your pay, my friend. We're only getting started, of course.
Good money,
There's
good
more
money.
to see. Tikawara next, I think.
Tikawara.
How does that strike you? It's a little Huana village out to the southeast. 3 islands this time, all nameless and unloved. They form a little triangle around Tikawara, if you squint. I'll be waiting.
Okay. We got this. Map. Nope. We need to go outside for the world map to be able to be accessed. Have we been to Tikawara? I don't think we have. There are 3 islands to name there.
I think Ashiza has been nesting with the pages of your grimoire.
Uh-oh.
Couldn't you control him? You don't see me plucking his feathers for extra quills.
You're free to try, but I'm telling you right now, you'll regret it.
Fuck, I just want the world map, man. Okay. Guess we can. I don't think we've been to Tikawara yet. Southeast. Maybe we have. I don't know. Let's go to the Citadel first. It's probably in... Where would it be? I'm gonna guess it's in the Imperial Command somewhere. Actually, it would be the Fleet Master's office. Shit. A voice calls out to you from an alleyway. Okay, I mean, we don't really... Neketaka's poorer districts host more dark than light. The streets and alleys only housing many Huana know. As you pass by one of these alleys, a voice calls out. Turn to see a hand fold out from the darkness. The pale palm bounces a figurine, more silhouette than statue in the dim light. Try to get a clearer look, the fingers fold back up. Magic, the voice says. Summons beasts to harry your enemies. Save you in a pinch in a city as dangerous as this. Sure your life's worth a few silver? Torchlight glints from the man's teeth. You want, you follow. Withdraws into the darkness. Though you only caught a glimpse of it, you know that the figurine is no mere trinket. It's untapped power within its form. Oh yeah. Passing through the tunnel entrance. On the side, a group of Principe hold torches and blades. Bodies stuffed to corners, eyes dry in the flickering flames, some of their hands bound. Others face down the grime. Strangely facile, isn't it? The pirate draws his weapons. Set out a little cheese, and these foreign rats come tick-tick-tick, chittering in. With our Principe. You must be new here, given that you don't know who I am. Head pirate steps forward, bring a light close to your face. Merla, Vok. Another pirate raises his weapons. We doing this or not? Put that away, fool. This is Vok. He has friends among the Principe. A pirate drops his sword in disappointment. Ah, well, shit. Silence, fool. Or you're a rat, hmm? The pirate shakes his head and strengthens up. No, sir. How much will it cost to take that off your hands? You still want it? His eyes flicker the length of your body. Let us say 2,000 pire. I hardly know if it's worth that much copper. Shouldn't let our friends hear that. I'd certainly hate to hear I died on a discount. Yeah, sure. Gilarde. Battered dog figurine. Hell yeah. Suppose we made full use of this place. Drinks, anyone? Looks at one of the dead bodies as a squeaky rat clambers up its trousers. Pirate leans back. A bit busy, I see. Leave you lovebirds to it, then. To meet again, bon amico. That was a thing. The fact that we have to go back... We already were halfway there, and we have... Fuck. I'm just trying to end the fucking episode, man. I'm trying to end the stream. Stop with these encounters. Traveling the streets of Neketaka when you hear a familiar voice nearby. As you follow the winding streets of Neketaka, visual city sounds of cartwheels against cobble shouting vendor fades, replaced by the cacophony of a heated argument on the verge of boiling over. Well, the voice rings familiar. Rum-dum-riggery from the Defiant. Uh-oh, what's going on? Guess we'll sneak closer to observe. As you round the corner, you see Rigere surrounded by a group of unfamiliar soldiers. From the dress, you don't believe it. They're locals. They shout at him, who returns the yelling with interest, though you can't make out the actual matter of the argument. One of the sailors shoves him against the wall, and of another thug lingers dangerously near his weapon. Yes, we'll approach. Captain, thanks the gods. I could use a hand here. Captain? Teach your sailors better manners. This sodden fool got sick all over our boots. If we attack or try to intimidate them, we get a negative with the city. I guess we'll be diplomatic. Suppose an apology would suffice. Perfectly reasonable way to resolve matters. Alof looks brightly between the aggrieved parties. Let's hear it. Sorry, ma'am. What was that? The other sailor snicker. Sorry, ma'am. The woman salutes you and turns on her heel. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, be more careful. Yes, Captain. He walks away. He's not going to be careful. I really hate the fact that we can't... We can't, like... Yes, please. Can I just... My fucking god. Billowing cloud of smoke behind the houses. Fuck's sake, dude. I'm just trying to end the stream. I'm just trying to end. I wanted to end like 15 minutes ago, but we kept getting sidetracked. The higher reaches of Neketaka, slanting shanties and buildings of foreign design fall away to be replaced by colorful open homes with wide wooden doors boasting intricate reliefs. Rather than pest you for a bit of coin or a bite of food, the children here try to sell you tickets to a play, extol the benefits of public baths. Turn a corner, plunge into commotion. One of the great homes crackles before you, completely ablaze. Most of the want to stare, enraptured by the flames, but a few cry out or run for the fire brigade. The home seems no different than others, though perhaps a bit larger than average. Bright blue paint flecked with white accents peels over sturdy stone, where it hasn't already been blackened by the fires. Large front doors are open, coughing smoke into the streets. Think you can make out shadowy movement within. Ooh. We will use freeze abilities to fresh torches lies in the eaves above. Was the work of arsonists. Let's use some frosty magic to... Yes, ice fireball. Alof chance you feel the balmy tropical air plunge into coolness. Powerful blast of cold extinguish the torches, leaving a slick coat of rime on the eaves around them, but the flames have already spread to the depths of the home. Guess we're going in. Yep, going into the house. Smoke surrounds you, heat plucks at your skin, curling your hair. Then you see the bodies. Sprawled in the main room of 3 corpses, 2 on the floor, wounds from small thin blades. Thin, a third is draped over a long, low chair, body punctuated by crossbow bolts. I'm going to search for some spirits. Feel pain buffeting you, stepping out of your blades biting into your skin. Hear footsteps, the gullet bastards who killed you fleeing through the back door. Their essence roils dangerously. Fed by the physical flames feeding them in return. The vision fades. Guess we'll do a quick investigation. Yeah, and then we'll pursue them out the back. Push through the back door into an almost abandoned street. A group of ragged kith holding torches are the only people present. Not one of them holds a bulging sack stained with blood. One of the kith, a broad-shouldered human in a tightly fitting mask, scowls. Got ourselves a hero, it seems. Sadly, few of the boss were clear on us, leaving no witnesses. I like the intimidate. Back off, assholes. phenomenal. Unfortunately, we're not that intimidating, which much more persuasive. I kind of like that option, though. Kill the witnesses and scatter. Okay.
Aye.
Okay. So if we load that in... Yes. Now, there's no time for a big combat like this. I'm already a little bit longer than I wanted to go. So we're going to leave that on a minor cliffhanger for next time. But yes, I hope that y'all have enjoyed. Had a good time. We've managed to do quite a lot. Venturing around the islands, taking care of some bounties, some minor quests. Keep getting waylaid in the city. This is why we left the city. Can't get anything done. We also had some moments with Shodi, which I'm surprised that happened so early, but hey. Our character's got a girl, I guess. Hell yeah. But yeah, I hope that y'all have enjoyed. But this is where I shall end it. Avowed, that's the one. I'm glad. It's good to have you around. You got yourself another island, didn't you? Just racking them up. Collecting them. Alright, that's fine. Get some RimWorld. Continue the dwarven mess that is that colony. Yeah, fair enough. Whenever you're able to. And I love the theme of just naming them all. You're just collecting them, but they're just going to have different descriptors. Eventually, it's just... I wonder how many deserted islands there are in the game. There's probably at least like 20 of them, I'd imagine. Maybe 15, 20. We'll have to see what the island's about, because there's always something it's about. Be like, Isla de Remy, but, I don't know, swamp. Or but pirates, or something, I don't know. There's got to be some kind of descriptor. Why would we just name it Island 3, though? I don't know about that one. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see if any other name comes to us by the time we get to it. Maybe. Well, yeah, that'll be some other... It's probably going to be a bit before we even get to any deserted islands, because we're stuck in Forever Hell City. We can't leave the neighborhood without getting attacked. What the fuck? But, yeah. I will end it there. Look at this big boy. Big statue. I'm glad that you've enjoyed. And I hope that you have a good night. And a good day tomorrow. Good time at work. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh yes. I hope that all of y'all, everyone like watching the VOD and such, have a good day or night as well. And see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.